Y'all know I'm weird. Whatever.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. So let's go ahead. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. Okay, follow me on Instagram and let's get into the video. Right.
What's up, everybody? I'm sorry, y'all. Girl, I gotta tell y'all where I'm at with it today. Okay, but I had to move my camera and it's looking a little sketch right now. Okay, so just give, like if that look a little weird, girl, don't worry about it. Okay, because I wanted my light to be, in a screen roll. Hold up, let me do that. Let me do this. That I feel like, it's still a little crooked. I'm gonna fix it later, child. I was messing with it, and every time I go over there by that light, it's too hot. But anyway, hey y'all. Girl. Okay, so we got a few things to talk about today. Okay, now y'all know I had took that week off for Mardi Gras and then for my, anniversary. So I was just like, girl, when you feel the need to get up here on a day you don't normally get up here, girl, you got to get up here. All right, and let me just explain something. I want to tell everybody. I want to be real with y'all. Can I be real with y'all? Is that okay? Because I don't know how else to be, bitch. But seriously, so here's the thing. I was raised by a controlled but angry person, right? And so I do a lot of work on myself, so I'm not like that, right? But every once in a while, people's stupidity annoys me. You feel me? I'm also the week right before my period, girl. So you're gonna get this energy, okay? But the thing that I noticed is that, after watching Yellow Jackets yesterday, sometimes you have got to lean into your dark side. Now, my dark side may not be out there, murdering people in the woods like on the Yellow Jackets, okay? But my dark side is cursing some of y'all the out, okay? And pointing out that some of y'all...
You having an unnatural allegiance to losers is not like you.
But it's like a lot of y'all. That's why so many people voted for Trump, because once again...
You having an unnatural allegiance to losers is not like you.
Okay? And I feel like that's how a lot of y'all are, okay? I do. I feel that way. Now, I'm going to tell y'all, do y'all want me to talk about Reginae and Toya in this live? Because I can. I know they got clips. And it's only a couple of things that I really want to talk about, girl. So we could definitely get that together. But everybody that agreed with me on my post, my PSA, and that's what we're going to talk about, I appreciate y'all, okay? I really, really do. But I'm a normal person, and normal people are usually bothered by negative comments. You appreciate the positive comments, but negative comments can sometimes be louder. I'm a human. That's how that goes. Most people I know respond to the negativity before they respond to the positivity. Because what am I saying? Like, if you agree with me, you get where I'm coming from, you fucking with me, I appreciate you. I don't really have nothing to say. But if you're misunderstanding me for the sake of gaslighting me, yeah, that might annoy me, because inside of me is a grown-ass black man that hates stupid people. Okay? I'm not always the smartest bulb in the light. Okay? Please don't get me wrong. But just plain stupidity for the sake of stupidity, it does wreck my nerves, people. Okay? Now, y'all know as a YouTuber, I've been doing this for a long time, and I have certain rules, right? And I have certain rules not only to protect my own energy, but because I can put myself in the shoes of other people sometimes. Not sometimes, like that's something I can really do. Like as a Gemini, as Libra, as Bondi, I can put myself in another person's shoes a lot of the times, okay? So when I think about the celebrities, pseudo celebrities, whatever you want to call them, that we talk about, which I do this from a social standpoint. Like, I like to study human behavior, and everything we do here on my channel is basically a study and commentary on human behavior. Okay? Like, that's literally what we do here all the time. And I entertain y'all. That's what I want to do. Okay? That's what I'm good at. But normally I just kind of like ignore people or I, bitch in private and then, block people and move on. But sometimes every once in a while, maybe every quarter, those of y'all who have been here, I get up here and I give some desperate, pathetic person the attention that they want. And I didn't used to do this, but sometimes I see some of my other like fellow YouTubers do this as well, where somebody really annoys them, says something stupid, pisses them off. So they post a comment to showcase how dumb people are on the internet. And I'm going to delete it. Please don't get me wrong. Like, you're not going to stay on my community page long. But I just wanted to showcase how people get so much gratification out of pissing people off. Like weirdos, okay? There are some of y'all that will not stop mentioning Tasha K in my comments as if, I have to explain my life to you or something like that. So I blocked you too. So I'm gonna be blocking people. Okay, yes, thank you. Every blue moon, it's not often that I curse y'all out, but I tell y'all this because I want everybody to be aware, because if you're going to be a part of my community, I need you to understand something. I'm not scared of not a celebrity or a reality TV star. I'm not scared of saying anything to anybody. Okay, I'm just not. That's just not me. I'm gonna say whatever I want to say. That's how I've always been. You can ask people that actually know me in real life. It don't matter. Okay, you could beat my ass. I'm still gonna say what the fuck I had to say. Okay, so that's just how I am. I don't like when people act, the people that we're talking about in my post, right? This is YouTube. I'm not talking about YouTube. In the PSA, I said this because it had happened 3 times in one day where somebody felt like they wanted to at Portia under my comment or under my post on Instagram. It's deleted because I deleted it. Because I don't like when y'all do that. Portia is a human being who I feel like I don't like how she moves. No, I don't know the lady. I don't care to. But I don't like how she moved based on what I've seen. I don't care if it's for entertainment. That's bullshit to me. The roles people play on these reality shows usually is exactly who the fuck they are, especially over a decade of time of seeing them, okay? Reading their book, very much at one point being on their side, and now seeing them rather clearly, okay? It's not Portia's problem how I feel about her. It's not Dr. Heavenly's problem how I feel about her. It's not Simone's problem how I feel about her. So I don't at people. If it's glitching, y'all get out and come back in, because I'm on hardwire Ethernet cord right now. So I don't know why it's still causing issues, but whatever. But either way, it's just a rule of thumb on my channel and on my platform that however I feel about whoever, that's not their problem. It's mine. It's my problem how I feel about you, not yours. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, that's just me being a fair individual, knowing that I'm up here talking about people, but I'm still going to handle them like I would want somebody to handle me. There are people talking about me, good or bad, in places that I have no idea about. There's a whole thread on me on Lipstick Alley for some damn reason. I saw that shit, laughed, and got the fuck out them comments. I don't care how you feel about me. Not really. If it's not affecting my bottom line, baby, I don't care. Okay? So I have the same respect for the people that I talk about. I don't at them. It's not their issue. It's not their problem. And if I'm a human being, I don't want to hear every time somebody got some little slick shit to say about me. Now, if you come to my platform, if you see me in real life and you want to say, oh, you said this and that, we can have a conversation. I'm going to tell you exactly how I felt. And if you have information to add so you can try to change my opinion, go ahead. But if not, I said what I said. I feel how I feel. Okay? That's it. So that was the PSA, was to tell y'all not to do that. And I don't like when y'all do that. And if you continue to do it, I'm not going to comment. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to block you from my platform, whether it's Instagram, TikTok, whether it's YouTube. I'm just going to block you because I don't like when people do that, because that's messy. That's messy. Now, if they come looking for me and they see what I got to say, that's on them. So that's just my rule of thumb. I created that PSA because 3 times in one day, somebody kept adding Portia under my post or under something on the blog post. If I wanted to add Portia, I would go to Portia's page and add her. But I don't do shit like that because, once again, How I feel about what I'm seeing of Portia is my problem, not hers. She does not have to change her life or give a fuck about my opinion of her. You feel me? Like that. This is why. That's my rule. So when people did that 3 times in one day, I decided to get up here and on Instagram and let motherfuckers know. And what I've also noticed is sometimes my anger, my aggravation makes me money. What does yours do for you? Let's be very clear. That 6-minute PSA on stupid motherfuckers, I don't know how much money I made off it, but I know it had 10,000 views when I woke up this morning, and that may not be a lot to some people, but on BondyBlue's channel, a video making 10,000 views in less than 24 hours. Yeah, that's a good little video right quick. That's a good little piece of change right quick. So that's why I got up here to talk about it, okay? And I'm saying all this to say, I am very much thinking about putting Real Housewives behind my paywall like I do with some of these shows, okay? Y'all know there are some shows that I don't mind squabbling with y'all about, okay? Squabble up. But I'm not about to do this bullshit with y'all and Portia, where y'all forget everything that Portia has done because she's attractive. And then you want me and everybody that thinks like me to forget who Portia is because she's attractive. I'm not doing that. So that's where I'm at with it, right? So let's talk about how we got here. Let's start it off. We'll go to Peter after, but this is how it started, okay? Let's play what Toya said about the Real Housewives of Atlanta cast.
I did.
You like it?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I did. I like it a lot. It's a lot of Botox and fillers.
Oh, from who?
Which I am
Who's doing the most?
Man, I saw Nicki Minaj on there. I saw Lil' Kim.
Who's Nicki and who's Kim?
You know, them 2 ponytails, and the other one was like this smile that was like, it was like really.
Oh, they're not seeing the right doctors.
Yeah. Oh my God. I mean, Jackie's the only one that does that gives fillers and Botox and stuff like that. But
And possibly.
I don't know what. But that was a lot for me.
Okay.
You know,
it looks like you're still recovering.
It was. It's
Okay.
a lot to watch. It made me feel like I was watching this beautiful black soap opera.
Okay. So all she said was it's too much Botox and it's too much filler. That's what Toya said about the women of Real Housewives of Atlanta. If you watched me, Jamie and Niecy on OLFP this week, or if you watch me review Real Housewives of Atlanta, we all talked about that. We talked about how they was getting too much filler and too much Botox. And please let me tell y'all, the ladies over there on Married to Medicine, they do it right. Cynthia on Real Housewives of Atlanta does it right. Where you go, you get a little boop boop, but you don't do too much. Because some of the girls, you know, done the Jada Pinkett thing to their face, and now they had a flat face, and they went and got cheek filler or Botox, and now their face is plumper. Portia did this, but Portia did it over, like, you know, an extended period of time, so we didn't see it just automatically. And also a lot of those women have done it to the point that we just can tell, and it's something to be said when you're watching a housewives show that some of these women's faces aren't moving. People are going to give their opinions on the show. That's why we watch the show, so we can be entertained and then be down in the comments on blog posts or on our favorite YouTubers page talking about what we saw and how we felt, right? So Portia says, to be honest, the girls from Real Housewives of Atlanta has always supported the other Black shows on the network. And for me, definitely Married to Medicine. And to see her as a Black woman talk about features and pick apart Atlanta is really kind of sad. We may shade one another on our show, but we keep it in house. We haven't been out there tearing down someone else. Let's do better. Let's all win. So I said, Portia, shut up, laughing emoji. Y'all see it? The reason why I said that is because she sounds like a hypocrite. And another thing, I hate when people use Black as a way to dog whistle, right? And this is between 2 Black women. Nobody needs to bring up that we're Black, okay? To me, Portia was dog whistling. Portia is trying to grandstand and act as if she's on some moral pedestal right now after she sucked, and stole somebody's husband, gloated about it, got dragged and decided to leave the reality show either for the man or so that she would not get dragged in that next season when everything was still hot. So to me, I feel like Portia does not have the standing as a Black woman to tell other Black women they need to be holding each other up and not tearing each other down. Was it not tearing a Black woman down when you did not repost Shamia's song like everybody else did? That wasn't the one I wanted to play. Let's try that again. Were we tearing Black women down when we lied on Candy? Not that one. That's it. Were we tearing Black women down when we went into Fallon's house and left with her man and her Hennessy? Shout out to Rodney. Were we tearing, each other down as Black women's when we hating secretly, not really secretly, but hating and competing with our best friend since childhood, Shamia? She done so much on the shows in past years. Nene went off on Portia one time, I believe, because Portia wanted to go with a family member or something like that. So Portia, after everything she did, feels like I can come up here and ask loyalty and respect from people, and I don't give loyalty and respect. So that's why me and the Portia fans are having a disconnect. Y'all are enamored by her beauty and her fake ditzy femininity bullshit, right? Bouncing titties and a big smile. Now everybody forgets that I'm a bad person. What makes you a bad person to me is when you can openly and without regret, without guilt, without shame, fuck over somebody else and then come to us expecting more respect than you ever gave to anybody else. That's my problem with her. So when she wrote this, I said, Portia, shut up with the laughing emoji, because in all honesty, it wasn't that serious. This did not require a response from Portia because nobody talking to Portia. And I don't even think they were talking about Portia. I think they were talking about the other girls. None of us were actually talking about Portia when we were talking about people being too tight in the face. Shout out to Scrappy. But now it's like, okay, now y'all gonna be the tight face crew, since that's tearing each other down to point out that y'all getting too much fucking filler and Botox. How is that tearing somebody down? How? I really want to know. It's not tearing somebody down when you lie on people's name. That's not tearing people down when you take their husband and then drag the shit through the media. Love wins. He's mine now. That wasn't tearing Fallon down. Fallon can't stand that hoe to this day. Fallon moved on, had a baby, and married Jalen. And still, you will see her pop up and tell y'all how she better not see Portia in the street. How she fucked over Jamie. That really helped build her whole persona, her whole image. Okay? So yeah, no, baby, no. I'ma call it how I see it. And you could not like that. Get off my page. Let's not even talk about how she treated her family. That's another thing. That's what really made me not like Portia. That last little show she did with Dennis, when her and old boy first got together, I was defending Portia and everything, y'all. I was saying it didn't look like Portia was trying to fight Dennis' mama. Girl, Portia was really on that show trying to nanny boo-boo Dennis because Simon's ass wanted to marry her for a green card. She shitted on her family. Her cousins told us how she gonna call us to come on this show, but when it comes time for her to show up for us, she's never there. She treated her own family, her sister, like shit. Using her sister as an assistant and all of that. Y'all could think that shit cool, but that was always so she could have her little sister running up behind her. Still in some ways in competition with her sister. Everybody felt like she got pregnant because she was competing with her sister. Just like some of us feel like the only reason she's holding on to the house that her and Simon built was because she wants to have a house that rivals Shamia's house. Okay? So Toya says, girl, stop, which is my sentiment. You called another black woman ashy. Not to mention, you were attached shady to our franchise under a Phaedra Parks post. You and I both know how these interviews go. I definitely stated a balanced view of the good and bad. Don't jump on the bandwagon. And when she said it was like watching a beautiful black soap opera, hello. I am one of Nicki Minaj's biggest fans and have nothing but love for her and her beauty. It is not an insult to say that these girls are trying to mimic her look with Botox and fillers. I thought that was to be understood. I thought we understood that because I am not the biggest fan of Nicki's antics, but at the end of the day, the face card has never declined. And a lot of people go and get things done to their faces so they can have the eye shape that Onika Mirage has, so that they can have the high cheekbones that Onika Mirage and have. Okay, because you can't tell me ain't some type of genetic match between Nicki Minaj and Chaka Khan. They look too much alike. Okay, but Portia has repeatedly been shady to other people. Portia gives people her ass to kiss. So for her to even come at Toya like this, to me, was laughable, which is why I said, Portia, shut up, laughing emoji, because it wasn't even that serious. This was 2 days ago. So I blocked the people, and I don't feel like going through 46 replies. Okay, no, she could keep talking. Like that. These are all the dick riders, right? These are all the Portia dick ride, not this one, but the other ones. Y'all are dick riders, okay? Y'all are enamored with somebody's beauty. And so you feel like can't nobody say nothing about them. That's why I said what I said. Okay? That's why I said what I said, girl. Because Portia can steal somebody, man. That wasn't 12 years ago, bitch. That was 2 years ago. Not even 2. Really, if you want to think about it, child. They were how long they was together? Some change. And Brittany Edie, we looked at Brittany Edie's before and after. You don't look the same. We saw Kelly's before and after. You don't look the same. I don't know about Angela. The fact that Angela looked like Brittany Edie, girl, we don't know. We don't know. It's giving auntie and niece. We don't know. Brittany Edie said, it's unfortunate the ladies of Married to Medicine look to tear our show down, but always want support from the black community. Lead by example. It gives Mean Girls or Salty because Phaedra is gone off their show. I still wish them well, regardless of the hate. Girl, the girls on your show don't even like you, from what we understand. Fucking season ain't even really got rolling yet. From what we understand, most of the people do not like you. Brittany Edie is given another type of Portia, meaning that in real life, you can say and do whatever kind of fucked up shit you want to. But as soon as somebody on the internet say something about you, now you want to grandstand and have a moral high ground talking about black community and tearing each other down. Shut the fuck up. This is a messy reality show. Your face is tight. We talking about your face being tight. If you want to be in a higher moral standing, get your ass off of a messy reality show. Y'all are very confused about what the fuck we here for. Okay? Stop it. It's cap, it's bullshit, it's gaslighting. Then, to add on top of that, Dr. Heavenly decided that she wanted to come on the internet and apologize. Let's hear.
I'm not the spokesperson for Married to Medicine. I'm not trying to be. I'm not. But I want to say this. I want to apologize to the girls on Real Housewives of Atlanta. I want to apologize to them because we should not be speaking on them. We should not be. I want to apologize for Simone. I want to apologize because she said some things on Watch What Happens Live. I think that Toya said some things about the girls.
Let me pause this. You cannot steal someone from anyone. I roll. I don't know how long you've been here, Coco Kisses, but I hope you know that I know that. I hope you know that I know that. That's not the point. The point is she was a snake. The point is she lied. The point is she was sneaking around and cheating with that man and coming to us as if it was all on the up and up. She was lying. She was lying. Cheating. If you think that's cool, that's great for you. We all know that nobody can be stolen. We all know that. He ain't even nothing for nobody to want to steal. He ain't shit. He just want a green card. He just want to be able to get over on somebody like most of these niggas. That's not the point. The point is Portia Portia ain't shit. She not. She fucks over people. She don't give a fuck about how she treat people. She don't give a fuck about how she talk about people. She don't give a fuck about how she use people. She's an opportunist. I have yet to see that girl really be like good to somebody. I'm still not over the Shamia shit because that's been going on for years. And if Shamia don't do nothing, she stands up for Big T Portia. So it's not about stealing the man. It's about her morals. It's about who she's actually a good person to. That's the point I'm trying to make here, Coco Kisses. Don't nobody want to fucking Simon anyway.
On Real Housewives of Atlanta, and I think they're retaliating or whatever. But
I didn't say they were friends. I didn't say they were friends. This is not about those people. This is about Portia and what Portia did. You see what I'm saying? She don't have to be her friend in order for you to be wrong going into that lady's house when you was already fucking her husband. I think we already know. Them people was fucking around before Simon and Fallon met us on a reality TV show.
I just want to apologize because we shouldn't be speaking on them. Portia's right. We should be uplifting each other. And
Girl, what are you talking about, Heavenly? See, this what I can't deal with, y'all. This is a reality show, y'all. Y'all are not gonna be with this bullshit. Oh, we should be uplifted. No, bitch, if I don't like what you did, I'ma say I don't like what you did. That ain't got nothing to do with the black community and tearing nobody down. To me, tear the black community down is y'all feeling like nobody should ever be held accountable and nobody should ever say anything about the fucked up things that anybody black has done, because then that's tearing them down. Child, some of them have torn themselves down. This is the remnants of it.
I want to thank them, honestly. First and foremost, I want to say I'm proud of y'all. First, you know what I mean? I'm proud of you ladies. You know what I'm saying? This ain't what y'all usually get from Dr. Heavenly, but I mean it when I say it. I'm proud of you ladies. Y'all did the darn thing. Y'all had a great promo premiere episode. It was amazing.
Yeah, even though oh Lord, Heavenly, why is you kissing this lady's ass right now? That's all I can feel. Why is you kissing this lady's ass right now?
I want to congratulate Shamia. Shamia is so humble. I'm not the
Thank you, Erica De Niro. So an unfavorable, honest opinion means you're unsupportive. To be frank, an actual conversation about the show is support. To be clear.
I'm not the spokesperson for Married to Medicine. I'm not trying to be. I'm not. But I want to say this. I want to apologize to the girls on Real Housewives of Atlanta. I want to apologize to them because we should not be speaking on them. We should not be. I want to apologize for Simone.
Why not?
I want to apologize because she said some things on Watch What Happens Live. I think that Toya said some things about the girls on Real Housewives of Atlanta, and I think they're retaliating or whatever. But
so you think that they're responding? You think that they're saying something based on what was said about them? Because Phaedra has been talking about Married to Medicine and how y'all ain't shit since she left y'all show. She could have just left. But she had to keep calling y'all mean girls. I've been saying since jump, Phaedra, you went out of your way to trying to ruin Candy's business because you was mad because what? They was letting Apollo keep some funky shit in their garage? Yeah? Yeah? Y'all always try to act like, oh, that was so long ago. Let me tell you something. It don't matter. It's a sign and a pattern of a person's personality and how they are when they don't get their way.
I just want to apologize because we shouldn't be speaking on them. Portia's right. We should be uplifting each other. And I want to thank them, honestly. First and foremost, I want to say I'm proud of y'all. First, you know.
Yeah, okay, enough of that. Because that's bullshit to me. It's crazy how you can drag everybody on your show. You can drag everybody on your show, but please don't say nothing about Big T Portia. Please don't say nothing about booty bumping Portia. Please don't. Please. We can talk about everybody else, girl, but please don't talk about Portia. Don't do that. You know when we talking about Portia? You know when we wasn't talking about Portia? When she wasn't on a reality show? We wasn't talking about her. The only reason we were talking about her is because that nigga started dragging her on social media. That's why we started talking about her again. We weren't talking about Portia when her and Dennis' daddy was over there love winning and shit, posting fake ass posts with Big T, acting like she really over there in love with that old ass nigga after she just finished hopping on a stripper's dick right before? Y'all think she was really in love with that old ass nigga whose dick she probably had to coax out of a shell? This is bullshit to me. I don't know what happened, but this is bullshit to me.
I saw
This is bullshit. Simone was not wrong when Simone said that Portia is a mean girl. She was not wrong. Now, I said Simone is a mean girl too. Birds of a feather flock together. This is where I feel like Simone is a mean girl. Do you see how I could not like people and still see their perspective? I actually don't dislike Simone, just to be clear. But I do think that she's one of them mean old ladies. Okay? We do see on the reunion show.
Gave us your ass to kiss, and we hung out with Greg. You got mad.
You listen. That's the preview to the reunion. You gave us your ass to kiss, and we hung out with Greg. Let me tell y'all something. Simone has been mad at Quad as if she was fucking Quad. I don't think that was the case. But it's something about the way Simone refuses to let the shit go with Quad. Y'all was already on that man's side before Quad gave y'all her ass to kiss, to be very clear. But we're glad that y'all are finally all being honest instead of hiding behind Heavenly, that y'all brought Greg and Letitia on that show because first of all, y'all wanted to kick Quad off the show, but also y'all wanted to kind of stick the knife in and twist it a little bit by bringing Greg and his new wife onto the show. That's what the fuck y'all was trying to do. But what y'all realize is that backfired on y'all. Y'all need somebody like Quad on the show because y'all are boring. Why I said for years, I wrecked my brain to see what's all the Simone beef about. The only thing I can come up with is Sister Circle. Listen, I share my Sister Circle platform with those I was friends with during that time. Jackie, Heavenly, and Contessa. It's that simple. I don't owe anybody anything. I don't cry mad when they don't involve me in their other ventures. I wish well in my mind, and I mind my business, period. So you was gonna jump in her face and fight her, Simone? You're a doctor, Simone. What was all of this for? What was all of this about, girl? Like, come on. Calm down. But Simone, you're doing a lot, baby. For what? Like, what are you still mad about? She get this little girl. Girl, when are you gonna get over that? When you gonna get over it, baby? It's been years. It's been years. The lady is inviting y'all into her life. She's telling y'all about what's going on with her now. Now y'all are working towards having a friendship. And you still mad? You still bringing up old shit? Even though she has changed her behavior and she's now telling y'all about her personal life and bringing her man around. Let me give you another example of how I may not like somebody's personality from what I see. But I can still see how somebody is playing in their face. Patricia, come front.
Public announcement. I don't know what AI is. I'm just learning today, to be honest with you. When I saw the View piece with the guy in it, I thought that was actually a guest on the show. I was a little bit confused when you throw Whoopi under the bus and see that's why Whoopi is miserable.
It sounds like you're slurring as if you've been drinking.
But before that, I actually thought it was a guest. I'm not up on social media the way you guys would think I am. And nobody actually posts on me. All the posts, everything that you see that come from my page, there's around 20 Peter Thomas page out there with my face on it. And 19 of them are not me, just one. Okay? With saying that, yes, I did make a comment when the AI, and now I know it's an AI.
How could you not tell it was AI?
And then on Portia, because of the comment that she made. Because I believe in the family value part. I don't believe people.
No, you don't. No, you don't. None of you niggas believe in family values. Y'all cheat, y'all lie, and y'all scam on y'all wives. Y'all don't care about family. The only time y'all care about family is when you can use family to your benefit.
You should get married and 2 years later get a divorce.
First of all, if you were paying attention to anything, you should have known that bitch should have never married that nigga in the first place. But she's an idiot. So here we are.
You have to do some research on who you're gonna I do too, because when you say I do, you actually.
You mean like Cynthia should have been doing some research into you? You paid Cynthia her money back from that investment after y'all had already divorced. And didn't she have to take you to court to give her money?
You taking the oath to not only to the person in front of you, but to God. You know what I'm saying? So when you take that oath, you got to try to live up to it a little bit. You're not 18 months later, you can't say I changed my mind.
Yeah, you can. Yes, you can. You absolutely can. Just like you can tell your wife that you're going to pay her back the money and then decide one day that you're not going to pay her back the money. Just like you did that. Just like you repeatedly don't pay people, which is why your ass is always in trouble. She can get married and then decide to not be married anymore. Just like you can decide to tell somebody you're going to pay them and then not pay them.
You know what I'm saying? That means you were never in it to begin with. So I do understand the family value part. If there's kids, if there's family coming,
but they're not kids. That's Portia's daughter with Dennis. Simon does not need to be a part of that. And in all honesty, a lot of us pointed out, and some of y'all got mad at me because I said that, bitch, what's wrong with you? Why are you just now meeting this man and you letting your daughter sit on his lap and all of this weird ass shit? I don't like that. And I said that. I said that back then. You don't know him.
Together from one side and from the other side, and then you merged and said, oh, we all one family. And I remember I was invited to that wedding. I was, because Simon invited me.
Yes, because ignorant ass niggas stick together.
He had the African version and the American version, but I couldn't make either version. Okay, so
he's definitely drunk.
I wasn't mad at Portia, and I'm not mad at Simon. I'm not. Okay, but I believe in the family part. So when you say that, and my comment was, Portia, you have to do some research in who you're the same girl who thought the Underground Railroad was a train under the house. So with saying that, okay, when you start going on a rant about single woman and all of that, you gotta flush it out. You need great PR. And that
those two things don't have anything to do with one another, but it's a sign that y'all like to bring that up in order to prove that she's dumb. Is that the point of that? We've already established that Portia, it's not even that she's dumb. She doesn't care. If she wants it, it doesn't matter if it's detrimental. She wants it. A lot of women are like that. A lot of pick-me women can see or not see, ignore red flags in men. Just like the women who were with you.
Maybe I should have said anything, but I'm not the average Joe.
The average Joe talks shit on the internet all day, every day. I don't know what you are talking about.
I do have a opinion, so I said what I said.
But you didn't say anything. You used AI to say something that really didn't have anything to do with what they were talking about. Portia doesn't have any children with Simon. And if we really wanted to talk about that argument should have been used to why Dennis would impregnate Portia and then not want to create a family with her. If that's the argument we're making about family values, that Portia should stay with a man that is obviously using the court system and social media to abuse her, but that the man that actually impregnated her and created a long-standing family with her should have wanted to settle down with her if he wanted to have a baby with her. If that's how you feel about family values, I'm using quotation marks. You can't see me.
I actually like both of y'all. I hang out with both of y'all, and y'all are fun. Okay, so with that being said, all the trolls that's coming at me, we were talking about y'all.
Okay.
Straight up.
Okay.
For women,
I don't want to, and I don't think anybody else wants to. Okay. And if somebody does want to suck it, I'm sure they will, because there's always a pick me somewhere that wants to put some man's alcoholic, flaccid dick in their mouth. J. Ray, thank you for the super chat. If Peter don't sit down, he had 5 kids, mothers, and didn't get married until he met Cynthia, who should have researched his scamming behind also. Exactly. It's giving scammers of a feather flock the fuck together. That's what it's giving. Hey, Saltwater Daughter, thank you for the super chat. People think they can just abuse content creators. Every now and again, you got to let them know they can't play with you. Exactly. Exactly. Sometimes you have to do what? Pop out and show niggas, stop playing with me. You still gonna get blocked. I know you thought you won, but you still got blocked. And I still made money off the video cursing your ass out. I feel like I won. Okay. Hey, Crystal. Thank you for being a member, boo. Portia's mama has instilled that get that man at any cost mentality. She is in constant competition with all the women she friends with, in my opinion. And I agree. I agree. I absolutely agree. I absolutely agree. Okay. So I say all that to say, do y'all see how I was still defending Portia here? Because what he said was some bullshit. Y'all see what I'm saying? And that's why I said what she said when it came to Toya was some bullshit. I'm not a dick rider. I'm not going to be on somebody's side in something just because I like them or I don't like them. And I like to be clear on what I'm looking at, okay? And Toya is not somebody that y'all need to continue to dick ride for. She will disappoint you every time. But we know how even some of you women, either y'all are identifying because you like her, that happens a lot, or you are allowing her beauty to cast a veil over your vision, bitch. And if that's what you want to do, that's your business. Don't tell me about it, okay? Because I don't care. I don't care. Weird assholes. Anyway, let's move on. So where do I want to go next? I want to go to Clarissa. Speaking of weird assholes, okay? Yo. Where was the first part? Clarissa, y'all, we've been seeing a lot of Clarissa. Clarissa did a photo shoot for her birthday, and people were questioning if she was pregnant because she had like just a little something down there. And to me, I feel like it didn't even look like a pregnant belly. It looked like, you know, a normal woman's body that hasn't had 360 lipo. Okay. I think a lot of y'all are used to seeing people that look like they've had lipo. You don't know they've had lipo, but the hoes have had lipo. Okay. You can see their rib cage. All right. You can. And it don't make no sense. I'm trying to find, I thought I had posted, thought I had saved the other one. Let's listen to what Clarissa had to say to the people.
Always the light-skinned girls who think they just so pretty, and just because they born light-skinned that they just...
Okay, I hope we can see it. She has something over her stomach, and they said that in the photo shoot, they said that she has something over her stomach that was supposed to be compressing her stomach. And like, you know, listen, y'all know I'm one of the girls. I got a real woman's body too, okay? This lower part is connected to my ass, okay? Because I have not had 360 lipo. So I understand her frustration with the people. And like I said, I just got up here and cursed some of y'all out. So I don't mind her getting up here and cursing the people out. But we all wondering, girl, did you let that man put a baby inside of you? You know what I'm saying?
All that they can come on people's shit, talking shit. Oh, because you think you're pretty. I'm going to tell you something. One, I look better than you. I look better than you, so you can get off my shit. That's one. And then two, why are you on my stuff if you don't like me?
Because hoes are haters, Clarissa. Hoes are just straight up haters. They have nothing to do with their life but to come on your page and hate on you. They have no face in they Abby, but they come on your page and talk shit to you because they ain't got nothing else going on in their life. They're bored, and getting a rise out of someone as special as you makes them feel like they're special, even though you will curse them out and then they will go to a portion of your brain where you will never remember or recall them ever again. It happens to me all the time.
Why? Oh, it's giving obsessed. It's giving obsessed, light skin, red bone.
Now, I don't know why she had to do this. Why did you have to make it about the light skinned girl? See, I feel like it's equal opportunity hating out there. I feel like, you know, I don't know why we had to make it just the light skinned girls. Was she only seeing light girl? Like, what is that about? That felt like a projection. That felt like a projection of some sort. Was it only light-skinned girls telling you they didn't like your look? Because let me tell you, I love the afro, but I do not like the placement. Shout out to Ronnie DeVoe of the flower. I do not like the placement of the flower, okay? I do wish the placement of the flower was a little bit closer to your ear and less up here at the top. But, you know, I don't know who did it, who put it there. It don't matter. Your hair looks very healthy. Okay, it's a good afro, girl. It's a good afro. We can't even see through it. Y'all know people be out here with them thin ass afros. You can see through them to the back. You giving a good afro here. Okay, it's just the placement of the flower. That's all.
Yeah, get your funny looking ass out of here. I don't play with these hoes. It's mostly a lot of light skinned women who come bothering me.
It's
yeah.
You notice that?
I said what I
You
said.
be looking at their pages? Because I feel like most of the people that talk shit to me, girl, I'm not even, my eyes not good enough for me to see what's going on in your Avi. And most of y'all who talk shit don't even have Avis because y'all probably are on a fake page talking shit.
I said what I said. They be hating on everything. Oh, she just thinks she's so pretty, but she got a strong jawline. Baby.
What's wrong with having a strong jaw? Strong. I don't want a weak jawline. Have you seen people with weak jawlines? Let me tell y'all something. Men who have jawlines sometimes look like they only like. I don't know how. I don't know when. I was watching something. Yo, me and Lyric, I forgot what me and Lyric was watching. We was watching an episode of Doc. Do y'all watch Doc on Hulu? Y'all know the lady that got in the accident and then she lost like 8 years of her memory. This last episode, they had a black man on there that we've seen before. He used to be on SVU back in the day. And Lyric was like, damn, is that his real daddy? Because the guy looks like the man who was playing his son on the show. They actually look alike. And I was like, oh no. I said, he's too dark. That's a black man that has a white wife or he's gay. I hate to be stereotypical like that. We looked it up. That man had a white wife. It's something, girl. Like, I don't know. It's something about when you see certain people, you can just see it. Maybe it's me. I don't know. But I swear for God, I looked at that man and I was like, yeah, he either got a white wife or he gay. It's one or the other. And very much so, it was given white wife. Okay.
You see his face. What the hell wrong with you?
Beautiful face.
I'm our ancestors' dream, girls. You fucking crazy.
Absolutely.
Stop playing with me. I'm light skinned. I love you. Oh, I love you too. You all right. You good. I don't even mean to come at all light skinned girls for real, but usually they're the ones that be inboxing me or who be coming to me talking stuff. And I don't really be liking it because I know for sure about light skin, dark skin, white, black, Mexican, Puerto Rican. I'll whoop a girl ass. I already know that. So it'd be like when they be talking crazy to me, I'd be like, man.
You just don't want to meet me in real life, bitch. I beat your ass.
I ain't really the one to be playing with. Who is this girl?
I believe you, Clarissa. But let me tell you, girl, when you get your ass out here on the internet, when you get your ass out here on now, if you would have just made your little movie, but you decided that you wanted to be one of them messy ass boxers, and listen, I feel like we all like, she is a quintessential boxer, y'all. If you pay attention to like your favorite boxers, they are some of the most fur wearing, shitting, talkingest, diamond toting motherfuckers in life. Okay, they can fight. They sometimes can barely talk. There's always diamonds. Okay, there's always a furrer somewhere. Okay, like some of these things are the same, and they talk shit. Okay, because she's a woman, she's gonna get it way harder than say somebody, like Floyd Mayweather, she's not going to get it, she's going to get it harder than he is, basically. But I think Clarissa is a beautiful woman. And she makes me want to go take boxing classes so that I can beat everybody up. That's another, I was watching buku movies last night. Well, it was called I Am Rage. I think that's what it was called, y'all, where this woman and her boyfriend is supposed to go on a vacation with his brother and the brother's girlfriend, and it ends up being like a weird blood cult where they like to siphon people's blood. Okay, they was gonna try to do it to this girl, but it turns out she was the wrong one and she killed everybody. She told him, she was like, I'm gonna kill all of y'all. And she did. It was such a good movie. Okay, but it definitely makes me want to learn how to like fight, like not just angry, do what I can fight like normal people street fight, but no, it makes you want to like really go take boxing classes, bitch. I want to go do Krav Maga. I want to learn whatever it is where all I gotta do is like go down and my leg will come up and kick you in the face. Okay. Yes. All right. Good movies on Amazon Prime. That's what happened, y'all. I watched Lisa. Shout out to Lisa and Tony Minaj. Okay. But I was watching the Lisa movie last night. That shit was good. Now that shit stuck in my head. If I take you home, will you still be in love, baby? She was before my time, but one of my oldest cousins who I was like this with loved her some Lisa, girl. So I was like, let me see what this about. Because I know Mattia used to always be telling me about Lisa, girl. I don't know how she feel to find out Lisa best friend. And okay, full on lesbian. Okay, I had to go follow me some Tony after I saw Breezy playing her, because y'all know I love me some Breezy, girl. I was like, let me go follow Tony Mirage, girl. But come on, Lisa. If I take you home with me. Okay, so listen, I feel like, boxers get hit in the head a lot too, y'all. I want y'all to also, like, if y'all pay attention, a lot of boxers kind of have regressed mentalities. I don't know whether it's because of how they're raised, or if it's because they got hit in the head a lot, because they do. That's why I don't want to be a boxer, because I don't want nobody hitting me in the head like that. There's an old ignorant nigga inside of me. I don't want to fight you. I'm gonna shoot you in the kneecaps and then kick you in the face. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to fuck up my mug, okay? Not this mug, okay? not this mug. All right. All right, let's move on to more people saying ignorant shit, shall we?
Me for dating outside my race, but I was dating outside of my race because they was doing things better than my race. I'm gonna keep it 100.
Claudia, somebody call Claudia. Where are you doing this show at? Where are you doing this show at? And you need to have me come on this show, because I want to be one of the women that sits across from a nigga like this, so we can have a debate where I make him look as dumb as he sounds.
Yes, better. Well, not better, because I know where she getting ready to go. Not better.
I know you said they were doing things better. I want to know what better meant.
Not better. I'm gonna change that.
I'm trying to save you.
I know you will. Not better for the culture.
There we go.
Right. Not better. I was dating Puerto Rican. I was dating Dominican. I was dating African. I was dating all type of other really size American black. Right. They were doing way more of what we expect. We want our woman to do more than our American. Our American got real comfortable.
Give me some examples.
Oh man, I mean, their mannerisms are different. Like even my Indian one was from
you don't even know.
One of them countries over there, right?
You don't even know.
I didn't have to really say much to do and be treated like a king. You see what I'm saying? A lot of
it's the way that the baddie, the Instagram baddie, I don't know who she is, but I can tell based on her lips, her makeup, and her wig that she's some type of Instagram baddie, right? The way she looking at this nigga is hilarious to me.
Times where our own American black, they expect so much of us and what we're supposed to do. Like things like if we go out and eat and we just have a nice dinner, we can go anywhere and eat and get a nice dinner. It had to be Ruth Chris, or it had to be this, that.
Them Tubi movies must not be paying a lot. If this nigga think Ruth Chris is the most expensive you can go for a steakhouse. Niggas be ignorant, broke, uneducated, uncultured, with a wet dick and somewhat of a famous face, and get up here and just say the craziest shit. Maybe black women expected you to do better because you were what in movies, right? Weren't you in Notorious? You played Biggie. Why would you take me to, first of all, I don't know who he's dating. I don't care, but I'm not going to Applebee's. I'm not going, like, none of those like smaller chain restaurants. I have noticed two things. First of all, it's always some teenager or some angry white woman that's your waitress, okay? No, usually people go to nice restaurants not just because it's, a ritzy titsy thing to do, but it's about the service. Now, that's not always the case, because you go to nice places and get treated like shit too. And that's why I don't, you motherfuckers don't get tipped. But he just sounds stupid. Ruth Chris is not that expensive. Ruth Chris is really not that expensive, y'all. It's not. If you're going to get a steak dinner anywhere for two people, you should basically have it in your pocket to spend at least $300, $350. If you're going to a steakhouse with a woman on a date going anywhere, and that's coming from a woman that dates women.
Or it had to be this, that. Then I get somebody that's just as fine, a Cuban or Colombian. They don't care about none of that.
You know why they don't care about that? Because they don't have the same knowledge. They don't have the same knowledge. Girl, first of all, you talking about American women wanting to go to American restaurants and saying that the girls from out of town don't care nothing about that because they don't have those same restaurants. I'm sure the girl you was talking about in a country you couldn't name don't have a Ruth Chris over there. Okay. So of course she's not going to be like, oh, I want to go here or I want to go there. I bet you she's going to expect you to pay for the dinner. I bet she's going to expect for you to take care of her. And let's be very real. Y'all really hate y'all blackness. The black women that have grown up with y'all are not fetishizing your blackness. The black women y'all grew up around do not see y'all as something outside of themselves or a mandingo. And also, the African American women, they know what they're doing for themselves, which is why they expect a certain thing from whoever they're partnered with. Y'all specifically go and get women who are either extremely poor or they are fetishizing your blackness. And you feel like because they're fetishizing your blackness and making you feel special just for being black, you feel like that means that they're more submissive and you know, they care more. But see, y'all really have the world fucked up, because when you go to other countries, like you were talking about, men are required to do way more than y'all do. Those Indian women, those women that come from Middle Eastern countries and all of that, their men are required to do way more than you are required to do. And it's because y'all are so excited about the otherness of each other. You're excited about being treated well just for being a black man. And she's excited because she's heard black men fuck good and got big dicks. And you got a little bit of fame or something. That's enough to be excited about. But the black women who know what's up, know that just because you was in one movie don't mean you got paper, especially when you have a record of going to jail over and over again. You did Notorious. That did not make you a richer, more smarter. It did not help you really. Like, we know who you are, and now you can do Tubi movies, but didn't you go to jail at least a couple or a few times after you did Notorious? So if you still a degenerate street nigga, even with all of that access that you got when you did that movie, what does that say about you? What does that say about you? It says that you're probably not worthy of the women that you talking about was asking too much of you. What, I'm gonna ask for you not to have a fucking record when I see you in the movie? I'm gonna ask for you to treat me nicely? Like, what the fuck? Like, no, you get excited about women who are considered exotic because they're outside of the norm for you. That's all that is. But at the end of the day, the Latin community, those men are required to take care of the women that they are in relationships with, even if they don't always. And yes, if they don't have a lot of access to wealth because they live in poverty, no, they're not gonna know the difference between going to an ain't shit ass restaurant and going to a nice restaurant. They're not gonna know the difference. But you can always find some broke woman that's excited about anything a nigga give her because she ain't never had it, including a fucking compliment. But you out of shape with tight ass clothes on, and Sierra said you got bad breath, but you talking about how black women expect too much. Maybe we expect you to brush your fucking teeth, you funky ass foot smelling nigga.
About you and your household, even though they still care about the money, but it's not about the money. You understand?
They still care about the money, but it's not about the money. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. But if their tax bracket is lower than the average because they live in a country where their dollar is not worth as much as ours, then yeah, their idea of what having money is gonna, what money is gonna be different because their dollar is not worth as much as ours. The fuck?
I'm trying to say it's a difference, not better.
No, you literally said better. You literally said better. And we all know what this is. You want a woman, at the end of the day, most men, and I'm going to say this, most men are trying to get over on a woman. Most men. I don't care who you talking about. I don't care if he's college educated. I don't care if he got money. I don't care if he broke. They're all trying to get over on a woman. They're trying to get more labor out of her. They're trying to get more sex out of her. Whatever it is, they're trying to get more out of her than they're actually willing to give. And whenever y'all find women that are indoctrinated in, oh, I'm just so happy to have any old man that I'll just take any old thing, y'all get excited because that means you don't have to do much, because y'all are always trying to find a way to get over on somebody. So if you can't up your ante, if you can't be a better man, you just go find a woman that has lower expectations of you. That's all you do. And everybody knows that. You just want somebody to be in servitude to you. without asking much of you. And that's weird. No woman, I don't care what her culture is, should be cooking and cleaning and giving a fuck about your household if she's not your wife. That's how I feel. Why should a woman who you just started dating and you can't even take her to roof, Chris, but you want her to come over to your fucking house and clean up like she a maid? Nigga, pay me. That's a service. That should be a fee. You just want women to do shit for free that you would have to pay for. That's it. That's all.
Sometimes we get tired of hearing Birkin bags, Gucci.
Do you think that's fair? Because
what? I want to know what normal black woman is talking about Birkin bags, because like who the fuck?
Because I feel like there's a certain type of woman that does demand that. And to me, I think it depends on the bait you're using and where you're looking. If you're going to go get a model from Instagram that got the BBL, the snatched in stomach, and has all the things that check off money hungry and surface, you're going to get that. If you're going to meet a girl and through different ways and ask different questions, you're going to find that out a lot earlier on that what's important to her.
I'm not doubting that, but I'm just talking about even if you look on just a regular dating app and just look at what a woman may state that she requires, you know, and I'm saying these things because it feels as if social media again is the barometer. Okay. And it's the comparison. And when you're comparing yourself to all these other women, and of course, even with the BBLs, because I'm like, that's fine, but
what's BBL? I'm sorry.
Brazilian butt lift.
And it's no
I
shade
love the fact that she didn't know what that is. I follow her.
women that have
I was wondering. I was waiting for it too. I'm like, excuse me.
You know what a BBL is. You know what a BBL is. You busted ass funky nigga. You know what that is. Shut up.
To everyone that has them. I'm just saying, if you're going by just surface things and that's who you're going afterwards, then guess what? She's gonna run them pockets.
And me for dating outside.
Basically, pick better. The same shit that y'all tell women. Pick better. Pick better. There are so many women out here that don't give a fuck about a Birkin. There are so many women out here that what they're asking for has nothing to do with money. But I'm gonna tell you this. If you can't do better for me than I can do for myself, if you can't do at least equal to what I do for myself, then we have no reason to talk. We have no reason to talk. And a lot of y'all can't do it. A lot of you don't want to do it. A lot of you grew up feeling like you would not have to do it. And you would just convince some woman that she was lucky to have a man. Like, you don't even fuck good. And y'all be out here expecting all of this shit from a woman. Her orgasm is not even, you know what I'm saying, set in stone in this situation. Y'all can have sex and you can nut in 5 fucking seconds and it'll be all over. What are you bringing to the table, fat ass nigga? Because I can buy myself Root Chris. What are you bringing to the table besides a bad breath and a bad attitude? Trying to lower somebody's expectations. A lot of you niggas don't have no good personality. That's another thing. Your personality is trash as fuck. So you get the girls that mirror right back to you. If you are surface level, if you're as shallow as a goddamn kiddie pool, all you care about is how a woman look and what she can do for you, then all she gonna care about is what you can do for her. Ain't that some shit? You sitting up here talking about what you want from a woman as service, and she can't ask the same thing from you in monetary value? Sounds like you're trying to get over. Sounds like you want to imbalance. That's what that sounds like. Knocking that nasty ass stomach all up against my coochie, sitting up there talking about, nigga,
my race.
Fuck out of here. Stupid ass. Oh, goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. Y'all. Teyana Taylor's mom and manager, Nikki Taylor, speaks on divorce settlement between Teyana and Iman Shumpert. Both parties walked away with properties, vehicles, and business. So basically, they reported the story as if Teyana was the only one getting shit out of their divorce, okay? In response to brewing rumors claiming Teyana received over $10 million in properties, luxury cars, and a 7-figure payout, Nikki told entertainment journalist Lauren LaRosa, it's awful strange that the case is sealed from a divorce that was finalized in July, but all this information as to what she allegedly got is public this week, meaning that we all think Iman put the information out there just like he did last time. Nikki added, what about the other what about what the other party received? Let's be crystal clear. Both parties walked with the properties, vehicles, and businesses that they obtained separately. The rumors have sparked attention, but Nikki's comments suggest that there's more to the story than's being shared. Basically, this bitch ass nigga is putting it out there what Teyana got in order to dog whistle to all of you niggas that hate paying child support because y'all are broke. But rich men can afford to pay it and they just don't want to because they no longer have access to the woman. So if I don't have access to the woman, then I don't want to pay her. Also, we know a lot of men that it doesn't matter that the woman might have helped you retain your wealth or, you know, almost died in childbirth like that lady did. You know what I mean? You still, after all of the things that y'all built together, will feel like she's not entitled to any of it. It's yours because you're the man, right? A lot of men feel like that. A lot of regular job having, working down to the sugar factory ass niggas have that same mentality about it's mine, even though they wouldn't have a lot of it without the woman, right? In this situation, both of them had their own shit going on, but they acquired a lot during their marriage together. I feel like after he stopped playing basketball, everything that he did was basically based off of the fact that he was attached to Teyana Taylor and they did reality shows. Like there are a whole bunch of basketball players who we don't know or who we don't give a fuck about once they're no longer playing. So the fact that Iman has remained famous and in our eyesight is much tied to the fact that he's married to Teyana Taylor and we liked how they looked and we thought their relationship was cute when they was together and all of that. You know what I'm saying? But now, you know, niggas show their true colors when they no longer have access to you, when they can no longer pull from you. So I remember seeing the story about everything that she got. I read it and I was like, I'm not about to talk about that because I already know it's going to piss me off. Because basically, you're dog whistling. You put everything she got out to make her look like she was some gold digger that took from you what was not owed to her. As if Teyana is not working her ass off. As if Teyana was not a good wife and mother. And as if Teyana was not trying to protect you this entire time and you still was pushing her out there for all of the internet to attack, basically. That's what he did to me. Both times that he's outed whatever was going on in their divorce proceedings, it was because he was dog whistling to the rest of you Tyrese, Umar ass niggas that get triggered by some woman making y'all pay child support for children y'all have created. A marriage. Y'all was supposed to divide assets. Why are we not talking about what Iman got in a divorce? Why? I'm so glad that her mom talked about that. I'm so glad. Because when I tell you I was not going to mention it because I was just like, I'm not about to give that no fucking energy. Anything that lady got in a divorce, it was probably owed to her. And I'm not about to argue about it. Trying to look like designer. Child, just as slow. And look, I'm going to tell y'all something. Women be a life force for these niggas. Do you hear me? Women are a life force to these niggas. Y'all can all act like, oh, you know what I mean? And it's not even just women. It's femininity. It's femininity. Because look at this nigga, y'all. I saw this morning and I was like, it's because he's in jail. He can't suck the lives out of all the children in Salem in order for him to, you know, retain his sexy, as he used to like to tell us. It was not the acne medication, bitch. Okay? Remember, y'all remember Diddy used to have the commercials, you know, I'm like trying to preserve my sexy. Y'all remember? What was that acne medication, y'all, that we used to all be on back in the day? Oh, I'm spacing. Proactive. Do y'all remember when Diddy had all of the Proactive commercials that would come on just randomly? You know, sitting just like this, trying to preserve my sexy. You know what I'm saying? So listen, y'all, they said the hearing saw Diddy face new allegations from former employees who accused him of forcing them to work long hours and assist in orchestrating his alleged sex trafficking crimes. Some even claimed he coerced them into sex acts. But he showed up puffy, bloated, and old with a full head of gray hair and a beard as he attended the hearing Friday. So I can just imagine, and I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I want to see the picture so bad. I want to see the picture so bad. Gray hair, a beard, a belly, You all puffy and shit. That's because you not around no young woman like Young Miami. That's because you're not around no young woman like Cassie. That's because you're not around no young woman like all of them, Asian mixed girls that he like to fuck with. I can't think of none of their names right now, but it's at least 2 or 3 of them that I could think of right now. You're not around those women to beat them and then suck from their life force energy in order for you to look good. So that's why you starting to look exactly how you supposed to look. Y'all ever heard about the story, the legend of Dorian Gray? I think that's what it's called. So old, English book or whatever. But Dorian Gray, I think the story was that he had kept his youth encapsulated in a picture, but as soon as he was able to look at the picture and see himself, that's when he started to age, and he aged rapidly. I'm probably getting it slightly off because it's been a long time, but he wasn't a good person. But look up Dorian Gray. Look up the story, the fable of Dorian Gray, whatever it's called. But the way some of these niggas retain youthfulness is by siphoning the energy from young women. And when you don't have those young women to siphon the energy from, now your ass is out here looking exactly like what you're supposed to look like. You're supposed to look unattractive because you are unattractive on the inside. But because you can pull this veil over everybody's eyes, you can suck them in with your looks, your money, your charisma, and then they end up entrapped in some type of abusive situation, all because they could not see who you really are. Because if they could see who you really are, they would not touch you. They would not fuck with you. There are a lot of people, I'm sure, that would never fuck with Diddy anyway. But them looking good, I promise you, it's an illusion and a manipulation in order to get more people to fall victim and prey to them. Nigga said he was puffy. Not Puffy was puffy. Not Puffy was puffy. Speaking of Diddy, y'all, I normally ignore Kanye West's post because I just think that he's screaming into the abyss. And I think the more we ignore him, the better. But here we are, okay? Kanye wanted North on a Diddy song and Kim blocked it. I remember I talked to y'all a lot about how I may not like Kim Kardashian for a plethora of reasons. But when it comes to this situation with Kanye, I don't like that people automatically assume that, she's not a good mother and he wants the best for their kids. That nigga's not healthy. It's not about what's best for their kids. It's about controlling her. It's about being in control. So anyway, these are the text messages. I'm never speaking with you again. I don't know what this is. He said, I asked you at the time if I can trademark her name. You said yes. When she's 18, it goes to her. So stop. I sent paperwork over so she wouldn't be in the Diddy song to protect. Okay, so this right here is the gray is Kim and the blue is Kanye. Okay, so he just told her he wasn't speaking to her again. But here you are speaking. Okay. Anyway, she said, I asked you at the time if I can trademark her name. You said yes. When she's 18, it goes to her. So stop. I sent paperwork over so she wouldn't be in the Diddy song to protect her. One person has to trademark. We agreed when they were born, I would get all of our kids' names and trademarks so no one else would take them. He said, amend it or I'm going to war. And neither of us will recover from the public fallout. You're going to have to kill me. Okay, that's what he said. This what happened without me being aware. How do you guys feel about this? Kim is the sole and exclusive owner of all trademarks relating to Northwest name, including Northwest Mark. Ye's use of North's name, likeness, and trademark in connection with this recording is not only a violation of the party's 2022 stipulated judgment as the parties share joint legal custody, but also an infringement under the state and federal laws. Kim does not believe the participation in this project is in North's best interest. So this is a man that's been accused of not only assaulting and trafficking women, but there's a possibility that there was some actual children involved. Okay. There's a possibility that there's some actual children involved. So why would Kanye want his daughter's name to be in any reference to Diddy or a Diddy song? That seems like something's wrong with Kanye. the misogyny, the control, the toxicity, the nastiness is all at the top now. It's no longer at the bottom and underneath pro-blackness and nice sweaters and I care about the community. No, it's not under that, because a lot of y'all pro-black niggas, y'all, this is exactly who y'all are for real, but y'all can hide it better because y'all don't have the same mental disorders as Kanye. Okay? That's why I don't like when nobody starts dog whistling to the black community because they don't like what somebody said about them. Get the fuck out of here, okay? But this shit right here, Kim is trying to protect her daughter from being involved in something like something nefarious, if you ask me. Anything dealing with Diddy is nefarious, and I don't want my child nowhere around it or near it. So I understand why she did this. He's telling her he was never going to speak to her again because she doesn't want her daughter's name in any Diddy song that he's doing. And so he's mad about it. You should be mad. And if I was her, you can do whatever you want to do. Fight. Fight it then, nigga. Do what you got to do. Do what you got to do. Like, she's obviously the more mentally capable parent. She's obviously the parent that is going to protect her daughter, protect those kids more than Kanye. Kanye can't even protect himself from us, child. He can't protect us from him. He can't protect the wife he got right now. Where's Bianca? Somebody check on Bianca. She might be locked up some damn where. Oh, Lord. More Diddy stuff. Diddy please not guilty to new forced labor. Child, we don't believe you. We read that. Okay. Jay-Z's accuser claims private investigators misinterpreted her statements during home visit.
He was the one that kind of pushed me towards.
He was the one that kind of pushed me towards going forward with him. With Jay-Z.
Going forward with him.
With Jay-Z. Busby did?
Yeah.
Do you know why?
No.
ABC News exclusively obtained a minute-long excerpt of the recording made days after the woman identified as...
Okay, so we already talked about this, but now she's coming out and saying that they misunderstood what she said. In documents obtained by TMZ, you ain't got no T on me. This whole thing she TMZ. Those states she was not at all calm, natural, or at ease, and that she trembled the entire time we spoke. She's also pushing back against their claim that she told them 4 times Jay-Z wasn't involved in the alleged 2000 R after the VMAs in NYC. In her new filing, she asserts, I never stated whether once or 4 times that Mr. Carter did not. So, girl, I don't know what you got going on over there, but I told y'all before, I don't believe the woman, but I also don't trust him. I love him. Don't trust him. Okay? Do not trust him. Sorry. Okay, y'all. This is another one and another one. But I'm going to tell y'all, do I feel sorry for Princess? No, because when Ray J was acting a fool and throwing shit at Marcus on Love and Hip Hop Miami, you was smiling. You thought that shit was cute. This is why you shouldn't have. Dumbass.
I'm happy, bro. I just don't know about I didn't know nothing wrong. I know. It's okay. Like y'all did everything y'all could. I'm not gonna say nothing. I just want to just be.
This is absolutely giving Ray J called somebody. Ray J is cool with the police officers. The police officers know who he is and maybe are fans of him. He's being charismatic and calm so that they can give him his way. Doesn't mean he didn't do anything. According to footage posted directly, Ray J snapped. Oh yeah, he posted this to make himself look innocent. And I'm guessing that was before any of it came out. He was getting ahead of the story. Y'all know they say he's a celebrity cleaner, but he just is erratic and talks too much now. The singer was seen being cuffed by LAPD and placed in the back of a police cruiser. Sources tell TMZ that Princess was the one who called 911 after claiming Ray J was being aggressive, yelling, and possibly under the influence. Authorities arrived on the scene, detained him while they tried to piece together the chaos, but it didn't stop there.
Free. Well, thank you. You guys are the best. I promise I won't say nothing. This shit is hurting. I promise I won't call nobody or nothing. Y'all got it on tape. Everything's fine.
That police officer's shirt is too fucking tight.
We have one. Sir, do you need to see one of our supervisors?
I don't think so.
You want me to go ahead and cancel it to the
Cancel everything. I'm happy that you guys handled it. I'm happy to be here. Thank you, guys.
We're gonna make it happen. I'm happy, bro.
Child, one side of the story. One side of the story. Thank God, getting out of another DV situation with his wife. Well, we'll see how it all plays out. I don't know, y'all. It's something like I'm interested to see how Ray J is gonna play out. Like he a goddamn movie or something. I can't wait to see how this season of Ray J is gonna play out, y'all. Because the reason why I say that is because he has been volatile, and like I think back in the day, like early Love and Hip Hop days, Ray J was able to go back and forth between the personas, right? He was able to be the fake gang affiliated, I'm a tough guy, even though I'm really protected by celebrity and money and family. But I try to act like it's all based on my own shit. And we don't know, because maybe Ray J is doing shit under the, behind the scenes and under the rug that will have people running scared of him and all of that. But I believe back in the day, he was able to switch back and forth between actually being likable, seeming like he had some sense. Now all of that is going out the window. But I think that's what happens a lot of the times as people get older. If they have mental issues, the shit only gets worse as they get older. Something tells me he's still drinking, still doing whatever he might have been doing. And also I'm gonna need for everybody to stop calling for Sonya and Brandy at this point, because there's nothing that them people can do. There's nothing that anybody can do. I feel like at this point they have allowed him to just go on and, whatever happens, happens. If you're gonna self-destruct, you're gonna self-destruct. But that's what it's given. It's given you're going down a road where eventually this shit is gonna catch up with you, even though you think it's not gonna catch up with you because you think you can keep using your volatility as a way to make money. Aha. Okay. Didn't I tell y'all your anger can make you money sometimes? Your issues can make you money? Absolutely. But when you lean into it the way Ray J is leaning into his shit, where it seems as if whether it's making him money or not, he's out here acting volatile and not in control of himself. Yeah, eventually you spiral out of control if you don't recenter. So I don't know, but I feel like both of these people are getting too old for this, but they're basically turning into their parents. I don't know if y'all are paying attention to this, but they're turning into Sonya and the daddy in some way. The daddy is, of course, way more in control of himself, but from what I understand, a child was had out of wedlock. Sonya was extremely angry about it and resentful about it for years. She's resentful, and he's caused the reason for why she's resentful. It's basically the same outcome, just with different scripts. You know what I'm saying? Different reasons, but still the same outcome. Still the same outcome. Like, she looks resentful and bitter like Sonya did. And he looks like, it's not my fault. It's not me. I didn't do it. She's the bad guy. Like, and I think that's what Ray J's dad did. Like, you cheated and fucked all of the women down to that church, allegedly. You know what I mean? Because Sonya was on the road with Brandy. Ray J was out in the street being a badass little kid. And the daddy was down to the church, fucking with the women in the church, playing on a piano and shit. So when Sonya come home, she got children out of wedlock to deal with, and a Ray J whose daddy is in the household, but ain't been keeping him in no type of discipline, no type of order, nothing. Okay? Princess is very much bitter, very much unhappy, very much resentful. Yes, beautiful and rich, but not happy. It's not giving happy. Nobody's giving happy. Okay? Rich, successful, not happy. See how those things aren't mutually exclusive? Let's move on. Now, remember, I told y'all about how I was feeling about Doechii. Okay, and shout out to my girl, DJ Miss Milan. Today is her birthday. Happy birthday, DJ Miss Milan. Okay, I know you somewhere out in the world being, great. But we was talking about how a lot of what everybody was saying about Doechii was because y'all were just mad that she said straight black men, or not black men, child, but y'all know it's mostly black men that get upset like this. But straight men are a red flag. I feel like, I don't know why men take this personally when their biggest threat is another straight man. Like, their biggest threat is not some gay man. It's another straight man. You know what I'm saying? So it's very weird to me how they get mad when women say, my biggest threat is a straight man, when to most men, your biggest threat is a straight man as well. Like, it is very weird. Anyway, but I appreciated Rolling Stone for pinning an article that says that the hate is unwarranted. Okay? The rapper, who identifies as bisexual, made the joke based on her past experience dating a man who presented as straight but was secretly cheating on her with other men, an experience that inspired her song "Denial is a River." It's a play on words. It's a double entendre. The bitch is smart. Her father also weighed in on the controversy, saying it seems like this is going way over people's heads, emphasizing that the comment was rooted in personal experience, not a blanket statement about all straight men. Not all, but most. This isn't the first time Doechii has gone viral for her relationships. She previously shocked the internet when she let an ex-boyfriend hold a gun to her head while she told him she loved him. Ooh, the visual of that. After criticism over her red flag comment and allegations over her being an industry plant, which I feel like that's what y'all want to say when y'all want to invalidate someone's success. Rolling Stone called the hate against her unwarranted, attributing it to misogyny, colorism, and queer phobia. I want to agree. I'm going to agree on that. I'm definitely going to agree with Rolling Stone today. I don't know if I'll agree with them on everything, but we're going to agree on that today. All right, y'all, let's move on. I really wanted to talk about this. I followed the beautiful Yaya DaCosta. So as soon as I saw her talking about this, I was laying in my bed, what that was yesterday morning, listening to her talk, as I'm making my bed and shit. And then, of course, the story goes viral. So let's listen.
Over 20 years ago, I created a television show called America's Next Top Model. You guys have no idea how hard we fought to bring the diversity to that television show at a time where it didn't exist, to show different beauties, a time when people in the fashion industry were telling me, oh, you putting them girls in the hood on your show? We fought and we struggled, but we made it happen. Did we get it right? Hell no, some dumb shit. But I refuse to have my legacy be about some stuff linked together on the internet when there were 24 cycles of changing the world. We all evolved.
Oh, to be clear, she absolutely fought for diversity, y'all. Don't do that. Don't do that. I feel like y'all can pretty much, even though y'all see how the world has gone, okay? But Tyra's efforts to bring in trans models, to bring in plus size models, like, I don't know if y'all know, but like Ashley, like what's the girl? She was on, like, a lot of these people would not have blown up if it wasn't for Tyra fighting to put a different look on America's Next Top Model and not always just some very skinny, woman. Yeah, that works. Yeah, short models. Yeah, she definitely fought for that. And we knew that back then. We knew that back then because because Janice Dickinson would be the status quo, right? Janice Dickinson was the status quo of a model back in the day. So she would really have a problem anytime Tyra was trying to push a different beauty to the front. She would be the first one to say she had a problem with it. So that's how we knew that Tyra was actually fighting for these things, because people on her own panel had a problem with it.
We all get better together.
Oh, wow. A lot was said and a lot was not said.
Over 20 years ago.
So what happened was.
Can I just say, y'all, Yaya is just to this day. First of all, she has not aged at all, but she's so pretty. Oh my God.
I went to the bathroom once in the entire ceremony. It just so happened to be right before Tyra spoke. Her name wasn't on the program. Nobody knew she was going to speak. It was just like unexpected. By the time I left the bathroom, I got caught in some conversations in the hallway. And then I thought, oh, now is a good time to do the photo studio that they had there. So I went to the photo studio. Tyra was sitting in the room in the corner with her, I think, publicist. And there was no one else in the room except for the 4-person camera crew. What? I was like, oh my gosh, I haven't had a real interaction with this woman since 2004. And the story that I had been telling for so long was a story of trauma. So what happened was I went to the bathroom once in the entire ceremony. There were so many things that happened on the show, some of which y'all know. Let's talk about manipulative editing and weaponization of girls' weaknesses, from catalyzing body dysmorphia to eating disorders, from anti-Blackness to blackface photo shoots. Like, yes, there was real trauma. And it wasn't by accident, but by design. The goal was entertainment over real-world modeling preparation, and especially over mental health. So it's no
Absolutely. We could definitely agree on that.
wonder that tell-all documentaries are coming out and that contestants are speaking after all these years, even decades, about healing from the shock of the experience. To be honest, the most shocking of when I saw her, the old me would have been like feeling heat, maybe my heartbeat would have sped up, or I would have tensed, or I would have had a conversation with myself about making eye contact. And well, if she looks back at me, then like all this energy wasted. And when I saw her, I was genuinely excited, and I walked over and we had a beautiful conversation. And no, there's no explicit apology, but you could see in that video, she's sick of people every once in a while bringing up these controversial clips from the show. And not for nothing, but some of the same people who are making these little videos and commentaries about, oh my God, can you believe this happened? Can you believe that happened? Back then, we're watching it and laughing and not really seeing anything wrong with it. Yes, things change. Like after that magical moment, I went back into the room. Mind you, I still didn't know that she'd spoken. So I get back into the room, and there are a few sisters, right, in the community who were like, yo, yeah, we was looking for you. And I'm like, what do you mean? They're like, we was trying to see, like, when Tyra spoke, we was trying to see what she was doing. We was gonna follow your lead. Like, do we stand? Do we sit? Do we cross our arms? Do we clap? Like, what do we do? And I was like, oh my God, y'all, stop. I had to tell them about the moment that I just had. Something so magical happens when you just make the choice to let something go. And then it's gone. And then you're like, oh my God. Like, I'm free. And because I'm free, I want y'all to be free. After that magical.
Okay, so that was, all of what they posted. But I love this. And I'm glad that she said that, because essentially I feel like, yes, we can always point out the moments that were like, oh my God, that was so terrible. That was mean. That was, tearing somebody down unnecessarily, picking on these girls that are vulnerable, putting them in situations. That's why I stopped reviewing Bad Girls Club. I don't know if y'all have, a lot of y'all have been here long enough, but I used to review Bad Girls Club years ago, and I stopped because it felt fucked up to me. You are getting these traumatized, mentally, disturbed sometimes, teen to early 20s, whole frontal cortex is not even even formed yet, and y'all get them on these shows, you give them alcohol, you lock them in a house together. You've done some type of psychology behind the scenes to put certain personalities in a house together because you knew eventually they were gonna fight. And I'll never forget, like, feeling like they need to help the girls. If they're gonna bring them in a house, stop just using their anger and their trauma for entertainment. Help them so once they get off of this season, they can go and be better people, and it will have benefited them in some way besides 15 minutes of fame that may or may not last if they don't have the talent or the hustle to continue to make the shit work for them the way Yaya did, right? Because the Bad Girls Club and America's Next Top Model and Making a Band, all of those shows, what's the other shit? All of the white shows that I never really watched like that. It's the same thing. Y'all put people in a house, you take phones and television away from them, you give them alcohol and watch them fight. That's what they were doing to a lot of the girls. And then putting them, with the model thing, you put them in all these fucked up situations and see how much are they willing to strip away from themselves for this opportunity, which is another thing that's not good. And I think Tyra was trying to bring into, yes, you have to give a little, but we can also be more giving to these people, like trans people can be models. Plus size women can be models. Dark-skinned Black women can be models. Short women can be models. Because before then, you had to be tall and thin, and you could be Black, yes, but you had to look like a fucking alien. Like, that's no disrespect, but you had to look out of this world. You had to look like, you know, the diva on Fifth Element. Y'all remember the diva on Fifth Element? Everybody was just so in awe of her. It wasn't just because of her voice, it was because she was an alien. Okay. And that was beauty to them, for her to be so exotic. Okay. So even with Black women, you had to look like some type of heroin chic alien in order to be a model back in the day. A big forehead, big eyes. You know what I'm saying? That's why Tyra and Naomi and them, certain women did very well, especially in the late 90s, early 2000s era. The heroin chic era. Because before that, you might have had your Beverly Johnsons and women that were more conventionally beautiful. Back in the day, I feel like in the 70s and the 80s, models were conventionally attractive. Around the late 90s, early 2000s, it became, no, you need to be extraordinarily beautiful or extraordinarily odd in some type of way in order for us to really, get into you. You know what I mean? And it was fetishizing on some level, especially the very dark complected women, putting them in them terrible ass wigs and shit. Like, it was, yeah, racial, fat phobic undertones to every damn thing. Okay. So I do appreciate Tyra for what she was in that moment, because it wasn't like that back then. Everybody wasn't so mad all the time about every little thing. But we did want Isis to do well, even though she was trans. We did want Kyra to be considered a real model, regardless of the fact that she had big old titties. You know what I'm saying? Like, and kind of gave more of a Pam Grier body type than what was, normal for that time, which is what heroin chic was. Okay. So yeah, like even back then, we wanted to see those women doing well, even though they were different from the status quo. So I do feel like it definitely pulled us into the time frame we are in now, where it's not just skinny white girls. You know what I mean? It's not just, tall, skinny women that are model and considered to be beautiful. So yeah, I think Tyra did a lot of good, but Tyra show did bad too. It did bad to the women that they used. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it did. But I love the women on the show that I would not have known otherwise. I wouldn't have known Eva otherwise, probably. I wouldn't have known Yaya. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole bunch of women that did well for themselves in spite of, but also because of America's Next Top Model. So you really have to be able to look at the situation, good and bad. Yes, it was terrible for some of them girls, but for a lot of the ones that we know now, they would not have gotten to where they are had they not had that opportunity. It is what it is. Okay. But yes, girl, it was listen, I'm glad Yaya let it go. She needed to, because she's doing very well for herself. She's an accomplished actress. Okay. You see her in really good projects. Anytime she's in a show, I really try to support because of how she was back then. I'm gonna tell you, I did not like Yaya back then, because Yaya used to come off pretentious and kind of like an asshole, but that was because she was gonna speak up for herself and because she was smarter than the average fifth grader. Okay. But listen, at the end of the day, you always rooting for everybody Black back then. So it didn't even matter. I was still always rooting for her, whether I liked her back then or now. Eva was my girl. Okay. Eva was my girl. Do you understand? But I still was rooting for her. Like, I was always still rooting for Yaya. That's why I sometimes don't understand why people feel like they need to pick a side in every fucking thing. No, like, I could not have really liked her back then, but I always wanted to see her win. Always support whatever projects I see her in, because she's beautiful, she's talented. It don't matter what happened back then. It don't matter. We're grown. All right. So let's move on. I just want to touch on one or two more things, I think, and then I'm gonna get out of here because I want to go get my crawfish. All right. So y'all, Jonathan Majors. Okay. And I'm just speaking on this because even though I am sure this is true and I really want to have compassion, but I also feel like it's giving, and I could be wrong, y'all. I'm open to being wrong, but I feel like Jonathan Majors is giving. Okay. So when you've done something or something has happened that causes the public to not like you, You put in, the work in one way or another to get them to like you again. But at some point, you're going to invoke something that is going to get sympathy from you, like sympathy for you, right? So to me, this is that. I'm going to have compassion for anybody that's gone through this because that's me. But it absolutely feels like this is just another bullet point in the plan to get him back to where he was before the Grace Jabari situation happened. And I feel like it's the same thing, and I could be wrong, as DDG in showing us his legs. You want us to feel sorry for you, because if we feel sorry for you, then maybe we can stop feeling like you ain't want to support you again. That's what it feels like to me. Okay, let me read the story. Jonathan Major says he was abused as a child by both men and women. Speaking publicly about his trauma for the first time in an interview with the Hollywood Reporter, I had to face it, Major shared. I talked about it in therapy with my pastor. That's a red flag. Your therapist should not, I'm sorry, y'all. I don't feel like therapists should have the background of church or any religion. I just don't. Because I always feel like whatever religious stuff, whatever religious rhetoric is sometimes not good for the person. It's just not. But you're going to push it because that's what you believe. I don't feel like those, like separation of church and state, it should be separation of church and therapy. Okay? The actor, who was sentenced in April 2024 for misdemeanor assault, also spoke about his father leaving when he was 8 years old and how that shaped his life. He recently opened up to his mother about the abuse, saying she apologized for not being able to protect me. Major says he's now focused on healing and understanding how his past has shaped him. I'm learning, I'm growing, that's all I can do. So another thing this reminds me of is how men, and it doesn't discredit their abuse, y'all. Please understand me. But I feel like we ignore the way people use their abuse sometimes in order to trauma bond with women. I feel like a lot of men who have been abused, they don't exactly heal from the abuse, but they learn how to use the abuse as a tool to manipulate other people. Okay? And I feel like you probably trauma bonded with Megan Good about your abuse, which is why she was walking head held high with you in that courtroom where she really had no business being. You are not his wife. Y'all had just started that relationship, and there was probably some overlap between you and Grace Jabari. So if anything, you should have been rooting for him behind the scenes from afar, but not using your image as a Black woman to protect him. And that's what she was doing. And I feel like a lot of the times that happens because men, and not just men, women too, will use their abuse to manipulate and pull people in so that they can then abuse those people. And I'm not saying that Megan and him are in an abusive relationship. Again, I don't know. But I know how we respond to these things. I know how I myself have been pulled in with people because, on the first or second, third meeting, whether we friends or, on a date where you're telling me about your childhood trauma, and it's so that I can then empathize with you. If I can empathize with you, then I care about you. Right. And that means I'm going to take your side if I empathize with you. If I see how you've been harmed, I am now going to feel like I need to protect you. As an empathetic person, that is how that has worked on me in the past. People coming to me with very true stories of abuse as a way to manipulate me into taking their side. Like I'm sorry, like that's just like a common occurrence. And I just feel like whenever stuff is happening with Megan Good and Jonathan Majors on the internet, it tends to give manipulation. Yes, real, I do feel like she really loves him. I think he is really attracted to her. I think he's a very good actor, but I also feel like he's manipulative and volatile. And the more he tells us about him, it doesn't create the same manipulation in me, but it does make me aware of what your trauma, how that will cause you to be abusive to other people. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I definitely can. And also, y'all, have y'all seen the previews for the movie that he came out with where he, you know, he's the boxer or not the boxer, the what is it? Y'all know what I'm talking about. He had that new movie coming out that he wanted to do, magazine something. I can't remember, child. But it looks like him playing himself. Like it looks like him being an excellent actor, but playing himself in a very weird, desperate way. Bodybuilder, Mr. Magazine. Thank you. Thank you. The bodybuilder thing. Yes. It seems dark, but it also seems like him being himself. He's playing himself in that role. That's what that felt to me. And that's sometimes a lot of the, you know, you don't know these people. You don't know who actors really are. You don't know who anybody really is in real life. Like people always show you a representative. So, you know, just the fact that he's able to extend himself into that role means in some way he can identify, right? Magazine dreams. Okay. That's what I said about Mark Wahlberg in Fear. Oh, yeah. And child, that's a part of the look. I seen posts about, you know, using Mark Wahlberg, you know, the reason why I like Toxic Men, you know, started with some of these movies where y'all got us falling in love with a nigga that's beating his chest and cutting that girl daddy out the picture and shit. Like that was weird. Okay. Let me see. Is there anything else that I want to comment on before I get off of here? No, I think that's it. I think I'm gonna let it go. I think I'm gonna let it go right there. All right. I think it was a good show. Thank y'all so much for coming through today on this good Sunday. Oh, Toya and Reginae. Okay, I'll definitely talk on Toya and Reginae. Thank you for reminding me. We're gonna take a quick break, and then when I come back, we're gonna get into Toya and Reginae. Is that cool with y'all? Okay.
Anywhere you go, you belong. Anywhere you say, anywhere.
Okay, so it's still 1,400 of y'all here. Thank y'all for staying. All right. So let me see, because I want to get into Toya and Reginae.
After you're done, you know, I want, like, you know, y'all can talk. Oh, no, we're not talking today. Like, I just thought, because you was like, you know, you open to talking to her. I just thought, you know, we all women. Everybody cool. Like,
Hold up, I need something to cover this because y'all know I'm not trying to get hit with no copyright strike. I thought I had Toya and Reginae in my stuff, but I think I might have took it out. Okay, well, I'm gonna put something over it. Or maybe I can cover it. Tell me if y'all can see it with hear it without me putting it up here. Hold up.
I just thought after, that's why I said after that, sis, y'all could kind of chop up, but I'm not about to bring her to your house. I'm not about to, you know.
Could y'all hear that? What she said, I'm not about to bring her to our house just then? Could y'all hear that? Let me know. No, you couldn't hear it? Okay. Oh, yeah? Yeah. Yes, now. Okay.
So at the end of the day, I felt like this is an open environment, a great moment.
My sister definitely been feeling a way that I haven't told her that me and Mel is back together.
So I felt like this is the perfect opportunity for them to really actually like set something up after, you know, because where else would I ever have them in the same room where this can be done?
Well, you live with Toya, so you could have, BD, you could have brought her over to the house to have that conversation. And I could understand why Toya wouldn't want to have that conversation in front of all of these damn people. And another thing, BD, I need for you, BD is such a beautiful young woman. I need for BD to not just DJ, but I need BD to go find something for herself that's not a person. Because I don't trust the girlfriend. And when I say I don't trust the girlfriend, I don't like how it seems like that girl only want to fuck with you when y'all are filming. The past 2 seasons of this show, she was fucking with you until y'all was off, and then she left to go be with that nigga. And then when we come back this season, now y'all together. And then at the end of the episode, you tell us that y'all not together no more. It's because, yeah, the relationship could be toxic, but the girlfriend is given opportunistic, and I really only want to be attached to BD because there's something to be gained from it. I want to be on a reality show. And I think Toya knows that. This was not the time or the place. And the way BD was acting was giving either, oh, girl told you she needed you to have that conversation like that. Like, it just was giving nervous energy. BD felt nervous throughout this entire scene. Like, this is not something she really wanted to do.
I wasn't trying to come here on no like that type of vibe. Like, you know that ain't me.
Okay,
so I'm not about to come up like that.
This is what we gonna do.
Look like that.
We gonna just go to my house and we gonna talk. Y'all
She
gonna
know
talk.
I talked to BD. She know that I told her I don't have a problem. We gonna talk.
We don't
Start a
have to talk
conversation.
today, though.
Yeah, that this not the place.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
but
it's just a way you could have said it, sis.
No,
Like,
I
you
could have
made
said it the way I
like,
said it, BD.
No,
You getting
but I'm
offensive
saying,
and bucking
because
and
you making
attitude.
No, BD, you already on one. All of that movement, the way your eyes, like, you already was on one and expecting some type of response. But the way Toya got up and said, I don't have a problem with you, but this is not the time. We could talk another time. That should have been good enough for you.
like
because this is an event for.
But I didn't say it at this moment. Talk about.
No, you could have
I
pulled me to
said,
the
when
side and
it's
said,
done,
okay, you and Mel talk.
sis,
You know,
we could- you know, we just here to
came
support, and I
support
kept
you.
saying that.
You straight up said you and Mel need to talk
it's okay.
like this
Y'all
is
don't
that.
gotta ever talk. It's
You
okay.
know what I'm saying?
I tried.
I'm gonna just be all the way honest with you. This person, I don't know.
And I don't know what
to.
No, you being very Casey like right now. You being very Casey like right now, BD.
You was just sitting there defensive as well.
No, because the reason I got defensive is because when I talk to BD about our stuff, since I can't get through to BD, I talk about how we live together and she don't talk to me in my house. As if bringing you is gonna change the fact how I feel with her. It's her ass.
To anyway, I just gotta just be.
It's you.
Don't say
You are the issue. You are the problem.
And
Your whole
so
little
we about to go.
Yeah, so that's
we not really welcome at the
And that's real gaslighty. Since we not really welcome, don't do that, because that's not what it's about.
It's not that y'all not welcome. Y'all know.
Shout out to Danielle, because I know sometimes I be like, Danielle, what is going on? Because Danielle remind me of, you know, a lot of the older cousins and shit. You know what I'm saying? They good people, but you know, they mindsets just be old school sometimes in a very problematic manner. But I appreciate the way Danielle shows up for Toya, because they feel like nobody else protects her but her husband. And even he, I feel like, can only do so much as a man without having to get involved in a certain manner. Like, I can get why Red sometimes feels like I need to just step away, because if I got to deal with this shit, it's going to go to a whole nother level.
Oh, that's
I don't want to look like no.
Finish this.
That's
You got
crazy.
too many
I just
You shouldn't have had that conversation in front of everybody, all that walking back and forth and shit, BD. Like, you making yourself look crazy.
say one, two words, and that went.
Toya definitely makes me feel less than when I talk to her, and I'm tired of it. How
That's
she
a you thing, boo. That's a you thing.
comes off sometimes, and her delivery to a person will make you feel like she's up here and the other person's down there.
And I think that's an easy thing for people to say when they already feel like that within themselves. I think a lot of people will already have that feeling within themselves, and it don't matter how you say it, that's what they're going to project onto what you say. Because there was nothing about what Toya said that was coming off like she had an attitude or nothing initially, but you the one that was getting aggy and acting like somebody said something fucked up to you because they don't want to have the conversation in a room full of people.
And there's no need to do your sister that way.
It's crazy. Oh Lord.
Emotions is really high. It's not unbeatable.
Yeah, it's like we gotta work on us first before you start shoving. Every conversation end up, but you gotta talk to Mel. Bitch, let's fix me and you first. We're sisters. Clearly, there's an issue with you and I. You live in my house, you don't talk to me.
Both of y'all not hearing each other at all. Y'all gotta figure this out.
And that ain't got to do with me.
No, it's you and her.
But if I don't say
What
nothing,
day you
defend
free this
myself,
week?
it's just what it is. But when I defend myself, it's like
There was nothing to defend yourself about, BD. Look, I'm gonna tell y'all right now. I don't know what her and old girl be on, but something ain't right.
That is out
in this moment. Be clear.
of the ordinary for you.
And there we
You
go.
know it is.
There we go.
That's crazy. I really don't know what to say to these ladies.
I ain't gonna lie, y'all. When I saw this, I was like, oh, she still do the jump rope thing? Because y'all know I jump rope, bitch. I don't know if I could double dutch jump rope, but bitch, I'm a single jumper down. Do you hear me?
It's embarrassed. I feel like my tryouts is completely ruined. I might as well go ahead and have that conversation with Mel right now. Why not?
Well, it gotta be somewhere. It can't be at a house.
Why it can't be at a house?
Clearly, there's some issue with I know man being, that. I see right? it. And I feel like with you being in it, it makes it worse because she's sensitive to my relationship and what happened last year. So she's very defensive. I'm gonna tell you this: I never had an issue with you. My issue with you was every thing she told me about you. Mm-hmm. That's my sister. Everything was Mel. They don't like your energy. Yes, they say you. I'm like Mel don't even me like to not like me. I don't. At the end of the day, everything that I have said is me looking in from what I've seen and been around. But you took that in and felt the way about me without talking to me. You automatically But developed. Toya, when I'm around you and show up in front of you, I show up humble. I don't give a how I really feel. So about you showed up to my mama thing humble? You didn't speak to me. That was humble. Okay. You came in like you had an issue with me. Events and everything. Do I really come and be like, oh, hey, Toya? You don't talk to me. Don't. Exactly. Because but that's the energy you give off. You give off a high energy like you above everybody. No, that when I feel like when you walked in my mama party, that's the energy you gave. I feel like that's the energy you are.
To me, at the end of the day, I'm on Toya's side with this because I don't give a how I feel about somebody. If I'm going to somebody's family function, I'm going to speak to everybody. You ain't got to like me and I'm going to speak. That's just because I was raised to have manners that when you walk in somewhere, you speak to people. You speak to people. I don't give a fuck if you feel like, oh, Toya's so high in my, so you can't say hello when you walk into her space. That's why you can't be at her house. Because how the fuck you going to be at somebody's house and you can't even give them the respect of speaking to them? Like, no.
Already had, instead of being a grown lady and pulling me to the side and having a conversation
24/7. So we can't do this right now.
I didn't come here for all that. I'm gonna be honest with you.
No,
Clearly
Toya,
you got some kind of issue with me.
No,
you do.
and I can feel that way. So just own it.
Just say it. You have an issue with me. No. But let me say you have an issue with me. And when it comes to her, it's fight. Because you don't like the way our relationship is. It triggers something when you don't like the way I handle something.
It's just how you came off. Like, I'm not coming here on that type of time. And that's not me. But it went that way because of how her delivery was. You didn't have to do that, sis. But that's how you wanted to come off. And that's my feelings.
You just doing too much.
Before you got here,
Y'all, I'm sorry. Y'all have to see this.
I don't gotta deal with it no more. I'm good.
I'm glad that I have found my voice.
Girl, her running off talking about she found her voice. No, baby. I'm telling you, it's giving manic. It's giving manic. I don't know what's going on right now, Beatty, but it's giving manic, love. And I don't know what's going, like I'm telling you, just the running, I ain't gotta do, yeah, it's giving she was high. I don't know what on, but that's what it was giving. It wasn't giving weed, bitch. I don't know what it was. Okay, listen, I ain't judging, but I would be worried about Beatty because Beatty, you internalizing some shit that it's not even Toya. Toya didn't come at you like that first. You already had a heightened energy, and any way she responded, if she didn't go along with exactly what you wanted in that moment, you was gonna have a problem. That's how it seemed to me.
And I hate that it's viewed because of me being with someone. It has nothing to do with anybody. You know, I just feel like I'm my own woman and that at some point you want to be respected. I've always bit my tongue and those days are over. You know, I found my voice now and I'm ready to use it. And if you don't, you just don't like it. Come on.
You can use your voice. You should use your voice, but there is a way to talk to people where if you talk to somebody crazy because you're not getting your way right now, and then they respond to you and now you acting like, oh, you talking to me like I'm beneath you. That's not true. I feel like that's just something that be going on in people's families. Like if you somebody that does well for themselves and the rest of your family is like status quo and you above the status quo, they're going to be angry at you as if you feel like they're less than. Well, really, they're pedestalizing you because of what you have. And because of their proximity to you, they're angry that they don't have what you have. And I'm not saying that BD is jealous of some, the life or something like that, because I don't think that's what it really is. But Toya is very, very well liked, well respected, well known. From here to Atlanta, all over the place, but very much so in New Orleans and in Atlanta, Toya is who she is. And if they have not made a name for themselves that they feel like is equal to her, I do feel like they put themselves in competition with her unjustly. Like, I hope BD was able to watch that back and really see herself clearly, because she was already on one, and you can tell. And I don't like the way BD is turned up and Mel is chilling. There's something about that I don't like. Okay, let's move on though. All right, let's move on to the next clip. And we're gonna skip over because I know that they want to have a baby, so they're gonna try to have a baby. Y'all know Toya has fibroids, so she found a non-invasive way to get rid of them, and hopefully they'll be bringing another baby into this world. But let's get into when Reginae talked to BD about the situation.
You know why I brought your butt out here, though?
To see if I still had it?
No.
What?
To allow you to be comfortable right now while I talk to you. You ain't told you, man. This here. Sit down, explain yourself to me. I don't like beefing with Toya, but until I understand what's going on, I can't even help him get through it. I invited Nay.
Okay.
Because I know Nay, she loved the out of mama. You feel what I'm saying?
I'm not sure exactly what happened between BD and my mom, but I called her and she hung up on me in my face. We don't do that. So I'm trying to see what's her temper.
Because BD is avoidant, and if she's not avoidant, then she's volatile. That's why she was running away, because she's an avoidant.
Wow, on your time, girl. How are you? I'm great, man.
I just washed up, what? And back foot.
Yeah, I want to clock that too. Walter act like he got sense on the show, but then we saw Walter online spazzing the fuck out, right? So in my mind, sometimes I'm like, you know how to act, but it's like you only know how to act in front of cameras. It's like you know well enough to portray a certain image, but when it comes time to really be that type of person all the way through, you're not consistent, which makes me feel like when you act right, it's a manipulation. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna let him finish.
What's up, but in basketball, she thought she was gonna beat me. You know what I'm saying?
So what's been going on with y'all? What's been going on with you since you hung up in my face?
Yeah.
And then I just felt like you were really worked up. So that's why I just hung up, because it's not an argument. And at the end of the day, I can talk to you another time, maybe when things calm, because we're better than that, which I know. And like I say, I can't look at me and you. I got to look at that's your mom.
Question.
But at the end of the day,
do you like my mama? Why every time you're happy, you can't
get along?
A couple months ago, you and Toya was bonding. Y'all was talking on the phone. You was downstairs talking. We was on three-way. Where did that go?
Then it just happened how it happened. I don't know. Then it's not because of any issue. Like with me and Toya.
But it is though. It is though, love. It is. And y'all, I feel like Reginae Reginae don't understand sometimes that the way you talk to people, I feel like when I tell y'all that's a New Orleans people thing, and that's because I just recognize it in my own family and how we talk sometimes. We talk real rough to one another. And it is what it is, right? So I can hear Reginae already feeling defensive of her mama because you know how much your mama do for everybody. And when I tell you, I identify with Reginae in this moment.
I don't have no issue with her.
It's not, but that's the whole thing.
That's not what we seeing, love. That's not what we seeing. We seeing you having an issue.
Not saying
I know, I'm just saying it's sad that it's looked that way.
Is that, but that's the only, let me tell you something about character, bro. The reason why these people could have gave me so much time in jail is because I had a characteristic for it. You've been to jail 2 times before for armed robbery. Yeah. So you can't just say that you ain't robbed this, whether that was true or not. They're going to go off my past actions.
Right.
What she's telling you right now is you and Toya was like this. And now here come Mel back into your life again, and it just stopped.
It was here. So I say, y'all.
So what you talk about because of what happened?
No, y'all were not the.
You keep talking about because of what happened.
Well, what happened though? What happened?
I'm good.
You want to use your voice? Use your voice. What happened?
I just like she said, I know me, God, and that's all that matters.
See, and that's another thing I can't stand. Y'all see why I can't stand that shit, right? People always revert to God when they want to absolve themselves of responsibility. And that's not about blame. It's basically, I can be avoidant and throw God in it. Like, God, no. Girl, what? We need you to be on earth right now.
At the end of the day, I know you feel like, yeah, Mel got your back. Mel love her, and I know y'all love each other, but family, my mama, I don't even know how to maneuver with life without this lady. Like, right. And I feel like we all don't, because she's helped all of us. Mm-hmm. She is literally the stone, not Nita. I love her, but there is.
See this right here? That's why Anita treats Toya the way she does. She is jealous of her daughter. She is jealous of her daughter. Y'all, listen. And like I said, it ain't about blame. It's just, it is what it is. When you couldn't be the mother to your children that your daughter turned out to be, your daughter is mothering you. Your daughter is mothering your sons. She resents Toya for being the woman she could not be.
I just think that you got pissed that she played your girl. And that's just the thing. Like I said, she didn't make you feel less than. She made you. You feel like she played your girl. Your girl was right there. You like, hey, I want to talk. She like, not right now. You like, damn. Like, and that's so cool. That's an okay feeling. I would feel like, damn. I'm like, gonna play my like that. I get that. I get it, but I would never think that it's like, damn, she better than me. No, my mother knows how she gets passionate. She's also very private. She's not gonna talk to nobody in front of no mother that she don't know. She's not gonna do that. So, and you don't either.
I don't really know why it's always something when it comes down with me and my sister. And that kind of keeps me in my little bubble. And I realized since I've been out of my bubble, a lot of chaos have came into my life. And I just feel like I'm just not being heard. We just need maybe our space to really come to a point where we have to both look within. I got your point of view. I got your point of view. Did I miss anything?
You feel attacked. You feel attacked, you feel ganged up on, and you shutting down. That's basically what's happening right now. But I feel like BD don't understand that she is projecting something onto Toya. Toya does not feel like she's better than you. That's your sister. She helping you. She helping take care of you. You was living in her house. But when the bitch come around, all of a sudden, you know, you feel differently and you act differently around your sister. To be very clear, it is weird that you'll live with her, but you'll have, you know, be in a relationship with somebody and you ain't talking to her about it. Like, why not? Why? It's not because they don't like her because y'all gay. We know that's not it. But yes, BD very much gives Casey, woe is me, woe is me. Woe is me.
She gonna be proud of this. She likes to be pampered. She gonna need this one.
I'll tell y'all, as soon as I saw this man showing up to Toya's house with a massage therapist, I was just like, why? Like, I get you trying to do something nice for her, but it just gives, I'm going to do something that you didn't ask for to get on your good side instead of doing what you would really like me to do, which is in conflict, not blowing up and disrespecting you. That's the real thing. I don't need you to get me no massage therapist, nigga. I could get my own massage therapist. But if we have a problem or issue, if you could talk to me in a more respectful manner, that would be way more. That would mean way more than you giving me something I didn't ask you for. It's manipulative, yes. And I picked up on it immediately.
Hey, Casey.
Hey, sis. Oh,
What you doing?
surprising you.
How do you
With
even
a massage. Hold on, I'm getting this big old thing on my thing. Let me put this right here. Yes, sis.
Shoot. Hey, brother. How you doing?
She have been through a lot. She have done a lot for the family, you know what I'm saying? So I think, me giving her a massage, that's the perfect thing, you know?
That was so sweet of you, because Lord knows I need it.
It just feels so good to do something nice for her. A nice massage will just relax her mind.
But it's not about her. It's about you getting the type of validation from her. When the truth of the matter is, when you really do something nice for somebody, y'all, validation or thanks is great. But when you do something nice for somebody, it really don't need to be attached to no outcome. You do it because you want to be kind or because they did so much for you. The way you want a response from her, like, it's not giving genuine. It's only being done to make you feel good about yourself instead of you going to do shit to better yourself to make you feel good about yourself. Nobody owes you validation but you.
And make her feel better.
That is crazy. I can't believe Casey that surprised me with a massage. Let me go put my robe on.
And all
See, look, she doing it for him right now. All of that extra shit, that girl get massages like it ain't nothing. I already know, because I sometimes, child, back when I had the money for it, y'all know I lost out on a check. But when I had the money for it, girl, it was nothing. Okay, I get a massage twice a fucking week sometimes when I had it like that. And I know Toya got it like that. So she's actually putting more on this to give him the validation that he's seeking. But it's never enough. It's never enough.
Also, I needed to talk to Gabby. So that's it. This plan works.
Why is it a plan?
Look at you doing sweet things. Therapy work. I just cannot believe he decided to do something nice for me. It's perfect timing after these last couple of days. Mm-hmm. This is really too good to be true. He gotta want something because he's never did anything like this before. Ooh! That was good.
Ooh!
Thank you. Thank you.
Sis, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Oh, boy. There's something on your mind. What's on your mind?
You know what's on my mind.
What?
My son. I know my son love me, but it's like I'm not in his life like that. I'm there, but I'm not. I really want to be in my child's life. And my son is 13 years old. 8 years of prison I did. So it's like I've been out his life, majority of his life. So right now, I'm just trying to be a father, do whatever I need to do to be there for him. But I just feel like I'm running out of time, man. I need my child.
Okay, so the first question is, what the fuck that got to do with Toya? Let's continue.
With the Gabby?
She brushed me off.
But you do know that's not that easy sometimes. You know, everybody can't just act like stuff never happened or just brush it to the side.
I understand what the difference we had in the past. It's over with now. Let's do the right thing. Let's co-parent and let me be in my child's life.
The things that you have done to this girl, the things that you have said, you're not really taking full accountability for the reason things are the way they are.
That's what this is about right here. I come to you, you know what I'm saying? Because I know you and Gabby, y'all y'all cool. You know what I'm saying? Y'all real tight. And I really wanted you to, you know, speak with her again or whatever and just let her know, man.
So you want Toya to try to convince your baby mama to let you see their child or see y'all child, but it seemed like she have her own reasons for why.
And that I'm ready, like I'm ready to be in my child life.
I don't mind talking to Gabby, getting y'all together, whatever, to work it out. I ain't trying to be in the middle of y'all.
I already know you ain't gonna be in the middle, but
I want y'all to, you know, on the strength of my nephew, get it together. So y'all, you and
I appreciate y'all. Serena, I appreciate you. Everybody in the comments that's gonna give something to my Cash App and stuff. Thank you. I appreciate it.
him could have a good relationship, and you gotta just be willing to do your part. I'm just hoping that this situation does not backfire on me. So I'm gonna hit her up. But I'm about to go get ready. I appreciate my massage and you stopping by. Today was a good day.
So the massage was a manipulation. Here's the thing. You have to put in the time and the effort, which your baby mama and your son, in order for her to feel safe. And I think the problem that a lot of you niggas have, you know, talking about Casey and all of the rest of y'all niggas, y'all really think y'all volatility is something that women should be willing to, like, you know, we should be, you know, willing to play around with whether you gonna pop off or not. To me, once you have acted out of character in a way that scares me, I do not have to be around you. And something tells me that Casey has done shit that has scared that girl and scared the child. You have not earned for that child to be able to be left with you, because no mother should be willing to sacrifice their child's safety so the baby daddy could feel like he being a daddy. And that's a lot of the problem. You need to work on yourself, because at the end of the day, patience is a fucking virtue. You trying to muscle her into doing something when the whole problem is you don't have no patience. A lot of these niggas don't have patience, y'all. They are children inside grown men's bodies. They don't get their way, shit taking too long to happen, and they spaz out and then get mad when people are scared or don't want to be around them. All you gotta do, Janae, you don't have to subscribe to the Discord. If you are a member, I send out the link. So the next time I do a members live, I'll give you the Discord link. I'll put it in the chat.
Today is the Sis I Celebrate You brunch, and it's just a lot going on. Anita and Walter are heading home to Atlanta. Casey and Gabby really want to talk about Camden, and I feel like this may be the perfect time for them to come to some type of mutual agreement on co-parenting. But in this moment, I don't feel good at all. It's making me feel like I need to really focus on my immediate family and stop just doing so much for people that don't appreciate me.
That girl knows she fine. I'm just saying. So before Casey got a chance to talk to Gabby, hold up, because they telling us, he and Reginae got into an argument and Casey exploded. Wayne is a real trigger for them. I'm gonna tell you why Wayne is a trigger, right? It's not just about jealousy. Wayne is a trigger because a lot of street New Orleans niggas felt like all they had to do was do street shit. Now they older and they realize the decisions that they made that people told them would not be good decisions were not good decisions. They see somebody like Wayne who came from where they came from to the point that you close to my, you know, you my family basically, because my niece is your daughter. So they see it like Wayne is the example of what you could have done had you put your energy and your focus into something besides running the street. So it's not even just that, oh, I'm jealous because Wayne is successful. No, I'm mad because Wayne is the example of what I could have done had I listened to what people were saying. What I could have done had made different decisions. It's a reflection of Casey being mad at himself for wasting his life going in and out of jail. But what you don't understand, a part of the reason why you ended up in that place that you was in is because you lack self-control. You can't control your anger. You can't control the shit that you say to people when you get mad. Nobody wants to deal with that, and you are a liability. A lot of y'all niggas are liability. That's why a lot of these, you know, niggas down here can't keep no fucking job because y'all don't want to be told what to do. Well, that's a job, baby. You're trying to make the money. That's what it is. You want to just do whatever you want to do because I'm a man. You have not put in any work in order for anybody to trust you. You haven't put in any work in a extended amount of time that will make somebody feel safe with trusting you with anything. A child, money, nothing. Hello. So he and Reginae get into a heated argument and Casey exploded. Now I'm confused. So at first, I don't know who was screaming at that, but that looked like his baby mama that was standing in front of him. I don't know who said, I don't want him at my house ever again. I don't know who said it. At first, I thought it was Toya, but it might have been his baby mama. Either way, the way he's screaming, y'all, that level of anger and shrill in his voice, that physicality, like even if you play it back, the man who was standing right there kind of did like this. Like you are out of control of yourself.
I don't ever gotta see that bitch again in my mother life. I promise you that.
That's not like Toya.
I'm about to call the police on him. Put his hands on my child.
So this is the confusion. And this is why I feel like they protecting him. She said that motherfucker put his hands on my child. Toya was talking about Reginae. What did he do? What did he do? Y'all cut it out and y'all didn't say what he did because when Reginae explains, she does not say what he did. Now peep, that's to protect him. Even though they still put what happened in, they still protecting him by not letting y'all know what exactly he did. And no, I don't think it's drugs. No, I don't. I really don't. I'm like, and this is why when I first started reviewing this, I was saying like, you know, New Orleans niggas and then people, that ain't got nothing to do with being from New Orleans. Shut the fuck up. Stop talking to me. Stop talking to me, okay? Niggas is volatile. They don't have to be on drugs. But out here, it is, I don't know how to explain it. I have not lived for an extended period of time in enough places in order for me to be able to speak on every other black city and all of that. But I know what I'm talking about when it comes to being from here, being from New Orleans and dealing with men, boys, as I've been growing up. And this volatility is very familiar to me.
We're all in my mom's kitchen, and Casey was saying that I was just like him.
And that's another thing. Whenever I didn't have people in my family say shit like that to me. Like I'm 36 years old, and I remember getting into it with a family member and somebody being like, they just like you. They just like you. And I feel like it was a way in order to try to put us on the same level in the moment. And we're not on the same level. So I can understand why Reginae felt that way.
I said, I'm not like him. I'm like my dad. He kind of got very irritated by that and got up and was like,
but you saying you like me? Yeah, no, that was a way to literally take her, to her, that was demeaning. For you, that was a way to put y'all on equal footing. But it was demeaning to her. So that's why she responded, no, sir, I'm not like you. I'm not volatile. I'm not looking for a handout. I take care of my business. I work hard to be successful. And I appreciate my mother for what she does to me. Does for me. We are not the same. We are not the same. And you're not going to say we the same just because I'm going to talk my shit. That's another thing. Everybody feels like just because you are vocal and you don't let people bully you into silence, that means every person that's speaking up is the same. That's not true.
Think your daddy God. He's tired of me disrespecting him, all of this. And I'm like, what? When you see a grown man getting aggressive, you don't know what's going to happen next. After that, my mom tells him to get out the house. It took like 5-10 people to get him out of the house. But he's blocked now, and that is it.
That boy really, really need help.
And let's not forget, he then went online and talked about what she did for the ex-boyfriend and how he ain't really want her because she dark-skinned. All of that bullshit. Every nasty thing you could think of. Trust me, when I tell y'all, I don't know if y'all have dealt with this, but the way people will send you the nastiest voice message screaming at you, text messages with the nastiest shit in it, I'm sorry, I am very much familiar. I am very much familiar. Let me see. Louisiana men just have a level of expressing their anger in a different kind of aggressive way. It's a certain type of mannerism. I get it totally. My family is from Baton Rouge. No, real shit. You know why? Because it is, it's a lot of like talking with your hands and being charismatic and all of that. And it's cool when they're not angry. But as soon as they start doing all of this shit in anger, it's a buildup. It's a buildup. And then y'all wonder why, the New Orleans women fight back. Y'all look at Super and all of that. You fight because your whole life niggas been putting their hands on you. That's why the women act like they do. That's why we talk like we do. Because most of us at one point or another have had a man, a boy, be aggressive and mishandle us to the point that it's like, I can't let you think you're going to be able to do that to me. Thank you, Jerry M. Travels, for the super chat. Unfortunately, heroin dope is a drug used by a lot of black men in New Orleans, young and old. I had multiple cousins overdose from it. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. When I tell you the men that's out here, like under the bridge, they're dope heads. You see them nodding off. Like, yes, it is. And you know why? Because they need to calm down. They ain't got no money. And I feel like cocaine is expensive. But you know what I'm saying? But most of them are on drugs to calm themselves the fuck down. That's why they do dope, because it's a downer. And it's been like that for a long time, but I'm telling y'all, I don't think that's not why Casey is flipping out. Casey don't look like a dope head to me. But you never know what people do in the interim. You know what I'm saying? Because it don't always show. But that's not what it's given. It wasn't given. That's just giving his own resentment and anger that he carries around with himself. A lot of black men, a lot of men, period, carry around this anger and aggression. But New Orleans men, because they are coddled a lot, it is definitely, and when I say coddled, I mean people make excuses for their bad behavior. So they can act like toddlers and flip the fuck out and scare everybody. And not everybody's just supposed to be quiet and let you act like that. I'm not that type of person. So for me, as soon as you make me feel unsafe, I don't want to be around you no more. You can apologize. I'll forgive you. But that don't mean I'm ever going to feel safe being around you, because I know all it's going to take is for us to get into it. You to say something I don't like and I'm going to respond because that's me. And then you going to say something and you're not going to be able to deal with my mouth, motherfucker. So you going to get to the point where you won't be doing all of this volatile shit. That's how niggas be. Oh, they can't best you verbally. Now they won't put their hands on you.
You really need help. But that got me shaking. Like, my nerves so bad. Oh my God. Like,
That was a lot. That was
broke my door. All like what was that even about? What happened?
Casey need help.
He really did. I've seen Casey.
You wonder why that girl don't want you around her son.
Click out 1,000,000 times, but this was just a whole nother level. It made me realize that he really have some issues that he's dealing with and needs some real professional help. That's really messed up, though.
Honestly, I never seen him like that.
That's too much, girl. That is just getting old. The whole point of this was to bring y'all together so y'all could talk. I'm trying to do something he asked me to do. Girl, that little boy, he ain't ever got to worry about me again. Don't, I'm done.
Now he don't got to worry about me again.
Going on? You just just cut a fool. That boy.
So Walter, why the fuck you never around when shit like this happen?
I cut up, Walt. Casey, cut up. Like, just went crazy.
And that's the thing. Y'all always feel like somebody owes you respect that you don't give.
Disrespect me, bitch. I take care of myself. She be.
I'm telling you, Red stays away. Red might have been out of town for business, but I'm telling y'all right now, I already know why Red wasn't there. If Casey come into the house, if they taping with Casey, Red is not gonna be there. Because Red knows if I come around, it's gonna get to another level, and I don't need for it to go that way. I didn't already clocked it. When you have a man that's calm because he is in control of himself, but he has it in him to do whatever, they have to be able to keep a safe distance, because niggas will get you in some bullshit trying to prove something.
Talking to me with an aggressive tone in her voice, like every time, like I'm just a child.
Then they put your hands on her child, and now you talking about her talking to you in an aggressive tone. So you can get mad about Wayne and talk to Reginae any old kind of way, but as soon as she says something to you, now it's her talking to you in an aggressive tone. Boy, get the fuck out of here.
Well, that's why I click out so much on them, because we not against you, bitch. I'm not your groupie.
You hear all that? You hear all that, y'all? You hear all that? That's that hater shit. That's that hater shit that be deep down, that they be trying to put shit over all the time, put smiling and I love my sister and all of that, but you a fucking hater.
Not your makeup artists is in your eyelashes, people and your friends and all that. I'm your real family.
And what that mean?
I don't have.
What that mean? I'm supposed to what? What that mean? What that mean? You my real family. You a motherfucking headache. What that mean?
Arguments in front of my kids. I don't have to get to that point ever in my house. It can be very exhausting trying to deal with different situations when it's regarding your immediate family. But when it comes to a point where it just becomes too much for you, you have to learn how to deal with them different. You know, you have to put those boundaries in place. I can't keep living my life this way. I'm not dealing with Casey no more. I'ma love him from a distance. Casey gotta get help. I done tried everything, therapy, all this, whatever. It's not working, and I'm tired of it. I'm not about to keep doing this rah-rah because this is not really my life. So I'm gonna go back to my normal with me, my husband, my kids, and whoever gonna act normal and right and peace for my life. All that other they can have it. They can have it. They can have it. I don't want no parts.
When I tell you I understand this woman, when I tell y'all I understand this woman, because you love your family down. But when I tell you, you know the nigga-isms that you don't have to deal with on a daily basis because your life, you've created a peaceful existence for yourself. And in order to have them in your life, you got to deal with shit like that.
I'm done with it. And that's just it. Like, I just want to get my door fixed and get the up out of here. This is a wrap.
Okay, let's move on to the last clip and I'm going to get out of here.
I wanted to do a mother and daughter brunch, you know, so we can take time to honor our moms and celebrate one another. My mom is not here.
Well, I'm here.
I know, my kids are here.
Okay, so let me explain. So Toya is doing a Mother's Day event for her mama, and her mama not even there.
To celebrate each other.
I'm here too.
Of course.
Rainy, like, hold up.
Wait, so.
Oh,
So the mama then came through late. When I tell y'all, Toya mama remind. Oh Lord. Like I know people with the exact same like I'm sure she knows the people I'm talking about. I'm sure she know my auntie Diane and my auntie Diane mama Betty, because most people that did crack back in the day, they did it out front of town in the 6th ward, know each other. Okay. And they didn't do crack. Like my auntie Diane didn't do no crack when like that, you know, but her sister did. And they lived out front of town in the 6th ward. So I bet you any money they know her, but that's what she remind me of. She remind me of my auntie Diane.
Thursday.
Ready, Bo. And we're here. Nita ditched us.
I would have thought she would have tried a little harder to show up today.
Bye, baby.
I'm happy you made it, girl.
Mhm.
Thank you for coming.
You're welcome.
But I'm always the last one she show up for. And that's beautiful you showed up for your granddaughter. And I love that you were able to be there for Walter. But it's like, I'm always at the bottom of the list. What's really going on? Like, you keep doing it to me, and I really don't like it.
Cause she jealous of you, my love. She is. It's so sad, y'all. But you know, outside looking in, Toya is everything that her mama would have wanted to be. Toya is everything that her mama, the type of mother, she would have wanted to be, the type of wife, the type of family, the type of, access. Toya is beautiful. Toya is everything that her mama probably wanted to be before some old ass nigga got their hands on her and fucked up her life. And, y'all know how that go. But yes, she, yeah, she reminded me. I see that crazy. No, for real, bro. But yeah, I feel bad for Toya because that's a hard thing to deal with. Like, y'all gotta be real with yourselves. Drugs do a motherfucker on people's brain, but also on their overall development. She liked to be around her sons, not just because of the misogyny of it all, because that's a part of it, but more so because they're fuck-ups like her. They're fuck-ups like her. It's easier for her to be around them and feel like the good mother. When she around you, you make her feel like you the good mother. And that's just what it is.
You just didn't feel like I'm glad. No, I just got back. But girl, you knew about this before. I've been told you about this. No, but we was trying to do something special for you.
So,
We done some special things and it was a trip.
Nita. So
this was another moment where I really appreciated Danielle because, like I said, I feel like, Reginae absolutely defends her mama. That goes without saying. But sometimes it really do have to be somebody outside of it. Because me, myself, personally, I feel like I had that same thing where people feel like because you defend your mama or you just on her side, so you're not actually hearing or seeing what's going on, but that's your mama and you on her side. So it really do take somebody else to be, who can be impartial sometimes. Yeah, that's her friend. But then y'all been in their life long enough to be like, I love you, but y'all got to be fair to Toya. Y'all not being fair to Toya.
what happened for Mother's Day? Why y'all left my sister by herself? Because you went with them.
Well, that's my son. It was wrong to time with me. My son just came home from 20 years, and I had to be with my son first, okay?
Right.
Because
Toya
I went
is
to my
always
other
the one
graduate.
who just gotta get it how she live. That's why Toya is building her own
That's wrong.
circle
That's wrong.
of people
Y'all
who
want me
make
to do it
me
like
feel
that?
loved and appreciated. That's why Toya created Sis, I Celebrate You to be.
Girl, when I tell y'all, Toya reminded me of my fucking sister right now.
Celebrating other women and giving them the love that Toya don't receive.
Yeah, I'm not gonna put sides.
Girl, what the fuck is Nita drinking right here? Look at that.
On your daughter and this and that and why this.
First of all, it look good, but how much alcohol is in it?
Do all of that with y'all.
I honestly don't think Toya can stop helping people. Like, it's just in her to really just try to be there for everyone. But she is really beginning to break down. Come on, let's go get her.
Yeah.
My baby needs, my sister needs a
No.
I know.
Girl, these people they're not grateful. They're never grateful. No matter what you do, you can give the sun, the sky, the moon, the mother, everything. She wasn't coming today. Like, that is just dirty. Like, I don't deserve it, and I'm tired of it. When you feel like your mom favors everybody else that don't feel good at all. I need my mom too. You know what I'm saying? I need love too. I need somebody to care for me too. Just like I'm showing up and always there making sure you good. I need that from someone too.
It's good.
You're just saying,
I got love for you. Stop doing that to me. When you know it, Toya, don't do that.
But I don't think she feeling it. She's your daughter. And she still wants to feel like she's your daughter and you care about her as much as you care about your other kids. But she still doesn't feel like you are embracing what she's doing for you. You just said, my son came home. I got to be with my son. I don't hear you do that with her.
this was for you. It's like you say F her and how she feel, and that's how I feel like it goes all the time. I'm letting you know my feelings right now. I'm telling you that when you do that, it hurts me, it affects me in a way because I'm genuinely trying to build with you. I'm a human being. I bleed like you bleed. I hurt like you hurt. Yes, my lifestyle might be a little different, but I don't sit up here and y'all down here. I try to bring everybody up. But what about filling my cup? What about me? It's like nobody, I'm constantly pouring from this cup. I can't continue to do this. I love all of y'all. I'm going to love all of y'all. But at the end of the day, if I'm not forcing nothing with nobody, no more.
I don't want you to feel that way, Toya.
I love my daughter. I know you do, but your daughter just don't feel it, and we gotta figure out how for her to feel
Sometimes
it.
I don't be feeling it like that.
It's not about you though, Nita. It's not about you right now.
I know, but we gotta figure out how to fix that on both sides.
We're going to fix it up. And I want her to know that I love her and I appreciate her with everything she does.
I'm very happy that she's constantly trying to help her mother. I'm very happy about that. I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart because I love my daughter.
But no, never think that I don't love you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, she know I'm sorry.
I want to cry so bad right now because I know that she gonna say all of that to her, but it's just it's a cycle. It's a cycle, y'all. It's such a crazy cycle to go through with your family when they are hurtful like that to you sometimes, and you forgive them and you allow them back in, and then you just go through the cycle all over again. Like, it's just very difficult to go through. And I feel like I'm glad that she has Danielle and the other friends in her life that show her that love like that, because sometimes you're not going to get it from the people that you really want it from. You not. So this is the end, y'all. Reginae, her and this Wizard Kelly shit be having me cracking up. Reginae and Wizard Kelly are no longer dating, and she wants to focus on herself for now, which is why she shouldn't have never showed him. Good girl. You can date, and if you want to post sometimes, don't give them niggas your platform though, because they niggas like to use you for your platform. So yeah, keep them off there. Keep Wizard Kelly and these niggas, okay? Keep deleting the face off the picture, okay? What else happened? She decided to stay in LA and has plans to write and produce a film with her dad. I love that for her. Okay. But please understand that Reginae and Toya are having the same thing, right? They both want so badly to get the love and validation from a parent that is inconsistent. And so I feel like it's on a lot of levels that Reginae and Toya can identify with each other. Let's see what else. Walter is releasing an album and has launched his podcast on prison reform. I love that for Walter. Oh, all right, come on now. With Turk, he's been making up for lost time with Patience. That's good. Anita has not dated again. She don't need to. She's busy preparing to release her cookbook in her glory. That's beautiful. And they presented, Toya got a mock-up for the book and showed it to her, and she burst into tears. And you know why? Because it was your daughter having the money, the knowledge, and the access to help you realize a dream for yourself. And I know what I don't know what it's like personally, y'all, but when I say this, I know what it's like for people in New Orleans that have dreams for themselves, and life just beats their ass, and they never feel like they can accomplish or reach a goal or a dream that they ever really had for themselves. So for Toya to be able to do that for her mama, and her mama to be able to, do the cookbook, like I'm very happy for that. I'm very happy for that. Casey doesn't speak to Gabby and has not seen Cam. You don't need to be around your son. You're not safe. I'm sorry, Casey. You don't need to be around your son. Your son is going to have enough people, enough men in his life teaching him toxic masculinity. He is going to have enough men in his life that are going to make him out to, be like one of them. So he don't need you on top of it. Like, I'm just saying, sometimes, niggas not being in the kid's life is the best thing for the kid. Yeah, you love your daddy, but when he around you, he stress you out. He's abusive. He's neglectful. And then you're always like, your emotions are always, you know what I'm saying? The anxiety of that. So I feel like Gabby is doing the right thing by protecting her son's psyche from the daddy. A lot of y'all feel like, oh, that's the daddy. Yeah, no, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I'm glad a lot of these niggas leave, because they don't be healthy for the household or for the child's psyche growing up to deal with a parent that's volatile and out of control of themselves and having fucking temper tantrums. You don't need to see the adult figure in your life not being able to handle their emotions, because then the child won't be able to handle their emotions. And you can't tell me you wasn't going to beat up on that little boy if he said something or didn't do something, or if you got mad, or if you in your feelings, you was going to put your hands on that little boy and then call it discipline. So yeah, no. Let's see what else. He has stopped going to therapy because therapy was a manipulation to be on the show and to get more out of Toya. That's why. BD is still taking DJ classes, but hasn't booked the show yet. Keep practicing, BD. We want you to find something that you have a love and a passion for that's not in between some weird bitch's legs, okay? And that's from, from one gay girl to another, baby. Like, okay? She and Mel decided they would rather love each other from afar and just be friends. You know why? Because Mel is an opportunist and a fucking user, and you are in an abusive, toxic relationship with her. I feel like because BD is so, I'm gonna say emotionally sensitive, Mel is manipulative as fuck. And I can just feel it. I can just feel it. Toya is still has Casey blocked, and he should remain blocked. He should remain blocked and still feels like Anita doesn't put equal. I already what I said. She gonna say all of that, and then you're gonna go right back through the cycle. Toya and BD have spoken and made amends. Yeah, because you didn't left the crazy bitch alone. So of course now you can go back to your sister, and your sister love you. So she gonna accept you because she wanna have a relationship with her family. Toya has found a less invasive option to have her fibroids removed, and her and Ray gonna be working on having a kid. I know that, and that's the end of it. But when I tell y'all, like, from somebody that I do not know, but just watching a life take, since the very beginning and being very judgmental at the beginning and all of that, I'ma just say, like, I really love watching her and her relationship with Red, and her have peace inside her household and create that safeness for herself. I love seeing that with Toya and Red, because I feel like she deserves that. I feel like from the toxic relationships we've seen her in with Memphis Hits, whatever happened back in the day when she was with Wayne, which I feel like I already know what that's like. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like you just seen somebody be in relationships with people, and when they finally find a man that is like, a man's man, for lack of a better term, but that is safe for a woman and her children to be around and build a family with and all of that. I so love that for Toya, and I feel like Toya deserves every good thing that comes to her. I think regardless to how her family and all of that has affected her, she still, you know what I'm saying? Like, she still rises to the occasion, still beautiful, still sweet. I don't think I've ever heard anything bad about Toya when it comes to like how she relates to people and all of that. Always hear that she's a nice person, always hear that she's sweet, So I love that. I really love that for her, because when I tell you it's so many girls, it's so many women and girls in the age range between me and Toya that have, from New Orleans, that have had similar lives with these abusive households and family members that, they just can't get right. And you often get swept up in a bullshit trying to be there for them. You know what I'm saying? So I love that for her. And I love that when I first started seeing her, I was mad about the representation. It was real. And at the time, I was still in respectability politics. You know what I'm saying? I didn't like the first version of New Orleans y'all seeing is a girl looking for her mama in crack houses. You know what I'm saying? Even though it was real. But for her to get to this point, I think it's beautiful. I do. I think it's beautiful. I love watching somebody's life go, full circle like that. And I'm happy for her. And another thing with Reginae, I remember when Reginae was young and she was a brat, and we know how she, go up for her daddy and all of that. But outside of that, people like to bully Reginae. And that's when I started getting mad, because I don't like when people get bullied. And I feel like every time somebody posted something about her, people was in a comment, oh, she da 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 da. Reginae work for everything. Okay. She might get these opportunities because of who her parents are, but she works for it. She hustles. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like she's, you know, just good example. Good example. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay. So yeah, y'all. I see y'all saying it's breaking up, even though, you know, I got all my, all my bars is there, girl. But y'all know how StreamYard be. But child, ain't that some raggedy shit for a grown ass woman to be speaking on a child? You know what I mean? Because you know that was back when she was a teenager. Raggedy assholes. Anyway, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I was glad I was able to, you know, come and give y'all a little something today, a little long live or whatever. But I'm about to get out here. All right. Y'all have a good Sunday. And y'all know I'll see y'all tomorrow. Real Housewives and Married to Medicine come on tonight. So I'll see y'all soon. All right. Y'all have a good one.